Screams!
Any day now, Twitch. Any day now. Yes, we're live.
Are we though?
Kicking over to live.
Oh, are you sure?
As far as Twitch is willing to tell me, yeah.
Are you alive?
We got to switch over to Kick.
Technically.
Kick.com. I think it's Kick, isn't it? Kick?
Yeah, Kick.
Okay.
Are we going with XQC or whatever his name is?
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna clout
Yeah,
chasing.
where's our $100 million or however much you got paid?
I'll take like 600,000. I'll just if you want to pay off my mortgage, that's good.
Oh man.
Hello, Jill.
Do you think we'll ever see like competition's competition, man? Like whatever.
But who is backing Kick though?
I think they're funded through like gambling sites and stuff like that.
There's a literal gambling company that runs the whole thing.
Okay. Just curious, because like I think the biggest determinant of success is just going to be funding, right? Like,
well, they're at the phase now where they can light money on fire to attract people.
Yeah, but like running all that infrastructure, especially if it gets big, is going to be like a big ol' sink.
Yeah, but Amazon wins on this, right?
Oh, of course. Oh, Amazon don't give a shit. Yeah,
like Twitch cost Amazon money. Kick, which is running on AWS.
Yeah, if our competitor makes this money, like if that balances out, then like yeah, Amazon
it's
don't
like
care.
Kick is paying Amazon to host the infrastructure.
But I mean that's what I mean. That shit ain't cheap.
What, video? No.
Video, AWS, pick one.
What do we need? Like the Surface Triangle?
Yeah. Fast, good, cheap. Pick two.
Hang on. Let me.
Pyramid of power. Wait, I need this week's show notes, not last week's.
Oh,
show
come
notes.
on.
Fuck. That's a very old browser tab.
Let's get the social media stuff out. There we go. I've done some social media. Hello, everybody. We're getting 566. Man, pick up sticks. If you want to hear our hot takes on the
Rocky Linux debacle, the D-Rockle.
the D-Rockle, and a couple of new game prototype ideas. But yeah, I mean, I still want to immediately come back to truck jousting. I really like this idea. I think
I do too. And like, there's got to be like a JCVD mode where you have to like support JCVD in the middle.
Oh yeah, like yes. So what are we going to be talking about tonight? Steam Next Fest, got some picks, went through a lot of that, and I'm not going to say I found any gems, but I found some good stuff and some surprising metrics on the amount of Linux native ports that we're going to get. We're going to pour one out for the ARC 770 LE. It's not going to be a thing anymore. And then we're going to shrug our shoulders at the NVIDIA 2060 performance and go, yeah, that's about where we thought it was going to be. Pedro's going to tell you his experience with ALVR.
The Matrix.
He's going to touch the silver mirror and it's going to eat him. And Discord's got some things in store for us.
He's going to take all manner of pills. Every color of the rainbow.
Just take all the pills, man.
It's
I'm
much
gonna
on them
touch
like
the mirror and
Skittles.
it's gonna give me the big suck. Right down my throat.
Did any of you, Ben, you may have been a little too old for this. There was like a project on Newgrounds where,
how dare you insult my immaturity?
Maybe I don't know how much time you spent trolling on Newgrounds. There was like a collection of animations about the Matrix, and there was one where it's like Morpheus is like, you can take the red pill or the blue pill.
I've probably seen that.
And the Neo takes both. It's like, did you really just take drugs from a man you just met in an abandoned house? Well, good luck with that.
No, Newgrounds. Most of that, how much of that stuff still lives though?
Newgrounds is still up. You can still watch a lot of the stuff. They've been with like they've been benefiting a lot from like the Flash preservation stuff, like the Flash to HTML5 Or like
other sites like dagobah.net, most of those are backed up. The ones that are just videos, those are backed up on YouTube. You can find them.
What's crazy about Newgrounds though is like it was such a talent incubator because like all of like the animation and like comics people basically came out of that. Like all of the big ones.
The like yeah, using Flash was my introduction to like timeline animation, timelines in general, like learning all that. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're talking like what, 96?
Yeah, and these are hobbyists who become professionals, just like the guys who are advertising in American Truck Simulator are hoping
So
that
is
they're
it
gonna.
this one?
I believe it's this one.
When was this originally? Well, this one said it was uploaded in 2022. That animation looks a little too fresh, if I'm being real. Is there a way to sort by date?
It was like it was The Matrix Has You. That's what it was called. And it was like you just scrolled past it.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was near the top, I think. The Matrix Has You by Legendary Frog. Yeah, that's the one.
When was this? Give me dates. Was this like a re-upload?
I think it might be a re-upload because
2004.
2004. Okay. that lines up about right.
So real.
I mean,
real.
this was fucking impressive for someone making it on his like Pentium 3, man. Like,
Oh, listen, man.
yeah. I was genuinely impressed with this as a kid. I'm like, wow, someone like me made this.
Oh. Oracle. All right, so we relived
Oh man, that I hadn't thought about that in 5 ever, man.
So, well, you know what? I guess they would have the original SWF. So if
Yeah.
they were able to just extract the data out of that, that's you don't have to worry about scaling. It's all vector.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of wild to look at that because I know for a minute, like a lot of people were like taking the SWFs and like recording them into video format and putting them on like YouTube, and they look like butt.
Yeah. Well, and like the I think the biggest loss is all like the non-video content. Some of the best gags in like Homestar Runner and like Strong Bad Email were like shit that you clicked on in the video while it was playing, and it like changed the video and like took you to a different part. There were like secrets and shit, and
You could do that, yeah.
yeah, and it was dope as hell. And then I learned, if I just click on the Flash window and hit Tab, it'll cycle through all of the selectable elements, and I can easily find them.
The hardest thing about Flash that has always stuck to me, which I could probably do if I was sitting in front of like Flash 3, maybe Flash 4, is building a fucking loading bar, man. Because Flash animation had to load. People were on dial-up.
Yes, I was.
Then you had to figure out how far in the timeline that they were loaded by, and he did that with markers, and it was convoluted the way it worked. But yeah, that took a while to figure out. The Gorilla's driving video demo? That sounds familiar. Oh yeah, interactive Flash stuff. I wonder, does that work with HTML things? Like the game? I guess the games do, right?
I guess. I don't know. That's a good question.
The world may never know.
The world has changed, man. What the fuck?
Nah, man, it's still 2000.
No,
Four?
it's 2003, man. I'm still a teenager. I'm 13 years old.
Oh man, there was a old school cool on Reddit, right? And it was a high school picture of a kid necklace typo negative T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Old school cool.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
hidden like the 90s, man.
And then you crumble to dust. You're just like, Although it is quite good to be, because like I live near a couple schools. It is nice to see some of the fucking kids blasting Rammstein out of their speakers. I'm like, all right, some of them are okay.
Walking down the street with Rammstein blasting on their phone.
Yeah. Like, all right.
There's always going to be hope. Listening to their classic rock.
Their classical music, yeah. It's not even it's not even classical rock. It's like Baroque period, like fucking chamber music.
It's like, when does you know the time I dropped that into somebody's Twitch chat a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, oh man, I love classic rock, because somebody from like 2001 came on, and that started the poking the hive of like, this is it. Like, well, it's closer to, what do you consider classic rock? I consider like late 60s, early 70s classic rock for me.
I was listening to a podcast about how like the Smashing Pumpkin song 1979 is about nostalgia for that year. It's still playing on radio, and it is longer from like the release of 1979 to now than it was from when 1979 to the release of that song was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you do that, you do the math, like 20 years from like 70s to 90s and 90s to 2020.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Nirvana's classic rock. Yeah, absolutely.
Classic grunge, man.
Classic proto grunge.
Then we get into all the like the squirrely bits of all like the subgenres, and I'm like, come on, man. It's like, it's classical rock and blues. I would see, I can tie blues and rock together, like if I need to. Like, we can put that category. I think classical's just its own thing, though. Rock.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of overlap between like classical and heavy metal, though. Like in terms of like the piece composition and shit. Like, so I think all genres of music are just like globs, and I know. Yeah, glob is a good term. Globs of stuff.
Can we just get rid of core? Like,
nah, man, core.
Baroque core.
Well, it's like core and gate are two suffixes that like I'm cool with core, but like everything is a something gate. Mm-hmm. Gate.
Gate used to mean something.
Yeah. It used to mean a guy who jumped over chairs and
William Riker.
threatened open source.
Yep.
Good old William Gates Riker. Williams Gates McFadden. There you go. That's my new Traveler character.
Billiams
the crew. William Gates McFadden.
I like
Bill
Billiams Gate.
Billiams Gate. That's the less popular sequel to Baldur's Gate. Billiams Gate.
500 plus year period. Wave as a suffix. Oh, can you give is that working from IRC?
Oh, the bridge?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll give that. Somebody was saying like Wednesday it wasn't passing through to IRC.
I remember seeing that message. It's the same bridge though, so I don't maybe.
I mean, it's done that before, man. Like, it's like, I'm only working one way. Like, I don't.
No. I believe you. I believe you. Shake.
Shake the body. Work. Oh man, I watched people play the new Mortal Kombat 1. That is not as cool looking as the new Street Fighter game. Seems really slow.
Run them shits.
Mortal Kombat was always slower than Street Fighter.
Okay.
Okay.
More deliberate, more impact. With
both are reboarded.
So would you say like significantly slower, faster compared to like Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 2? Not Turbo Alpha, not Alpha Turbo 2, 3.
The arcade 2, the one that I played the most. Yes.
and Knuckles.
Yeah, no, the first Mortal Kombat, that one was slow. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, that, if you put that next to Street Fighter, Street Fighter Alpha 2 or even Alpha 3.
Street Fighter 2 was. slow. You forget. I've watched recently people play Street Fighter, just vanilla Street Fighter 2. Like, oh. It was not a fast game. Do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube. Watch somebody play just regular Street Fighter 2. You're like, yeah, that's pretty fucking slow.
Slowly go to YouTube.
I'm not saying Mortal Kombat was fast. I
mean, it's all relative to its era, right? Like,
yeah.
Or maybe it was one of those NTSC PAL things.
yeah. We're like, oh yeah, this soundtrack is completely different at 50 hertz than it is at 60.
Sonic loses all of its dark overtones when you listen to it in the 60.
Yeah. It's not about a moody hedgehog? What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, it went like with his edgy persona.
Yeah.
Then I watched a couple of people. I'm really disappointed in the new Final Fantasy game, though.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I was like hyper excited about it.
People are talking up the combat system.
Final Fantasy fans are. This is one thing I've noticed. Like, people who are excited about Final Fantasy, Flying Spaghetti Monster bless them, they got a new Final Fantasy. That's got to be an awesome feel, right? And, nobody's really complaining because it's, Devil May Fantasy, because they've been moving in that direction for the past decade. Like, they knew this was coming. What I'm talking about, like, on a technical aspect of, like, the open world stuff being at 30 FPS.
Ah.
Well, it is a console exclusive, so...
And that open world being empty.
Was like, well, in Final Fantasy 15, they give you a car to deal with that. So
okay.
They gave you a car and 3 hot guy friends that you can just like fool around with, at truck stops.
It really felt like this is like pre-prep for the Switch. Is that what's going on here? I was expecting more audio-visual wow. And the combat looks pretty decent. I'm not going to knock that, but...
Forspoken. Like, the open world on that was pretty empty, too. So, it might just be a Square Enix thing.
I don't know, maybe we're just kind of getting to, like, open world is kind of overrated, because in the hopes of creating, like, tons of flexibility and emergent gameplay, you've just kind of created oatmeal, and you filled your game with oatmeal.
The hell you got against oatmeal all of a sudden?
I love oatmeal. Don't get me wrong, but it's bland. I eat it because it's good for me, not because I'm craving oatmeal.
It makes you shit regularly.
You say that like somebody who hasn't poached eggs and maple syrup.
I've done all those things.
Final Fantasy 15 is just boy band walking and driving simulator.
Brought to you by Noodle Cup.
Noodle Cup?
Yeah. Oh man, they are all about fucking cup of noodles in Final Fantasy 15. Like, it features prominently.
Yeah, see, that's like my whole thing with like Final Fantasy. All I know about it is from Spirits Within. I watched that movie. I think I tried to watch the second one, but it was, I guess, whatever. I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
Advent Children was at least, about Final Fantasy VII.
Honestly, I think probably the best Final Fantasy films were like Dead Fantasy by Monty where they just had like a bunch of sick fucking fight scenes.
Who knows? Maybe they'll get cleaned up for the PC version.
Monty.
And 6 months later, it'll be playable. Capcom's usually pretty good with their PC ports out of the gate.
Yeah, for sure. But like, Capcom has also been releasing for PC for like a good long while now.
Yes.
Even bringing console exclusives to PC at a later date, but they brought most of their PS3 lineup to PC. The one I played the most was Dragon's Dogma, because that game was fun.
I was hearing some stuff about the Metal Gear Solid re-release on PC, where like it just straight up doesn't work with a keyboard. You gotta use the controller even on PC.
Everyone's waiting for the second volume, which will supposedly bring Metal Gear Solid 4 out of its PS3 exclusivity. Yes,
that's the big one, because apparently a lot of that shit depended on like the PS3 hardware. So like, so
that was literally the only platform that game ever released on was the PS3.
Oh, that's what people were talking about. We're like, it's no longer going to be trapped on the PS3.
Yeah.
All right.
But like, I guess now that PCs are like powerful enough to just like horsecock their way through those.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. You're welcome.
It happened. It got restarted.
I pressed the restart button. I did the old Fonzie, smashed the jukebox with my elbow.
It's like, why does it stop working? I don't know, but it starts working when you restart it. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I think, and Empty can fucking correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think it is so each, like, it's not one piece of software, it is, that's like handling both, or like, it's not one process that's handling both, it's two. So there's like one for Twitch to Discord, and then there's another one for IRC to Discord, and each one of those individual processes can die without affecting the other one.
Which is good.
Yeah, but yeah, it means that sometimes shit breaks.
And with people talking less and less on IRC, it's far more likely that process can go down and we won't notice.
Well, you know, we have some thoughts about that in the news segment. We there might be some migrations back to old IRC in the not too distant future coming.
Hey, bro.
We'll see how pervasive that becomes.
Have you heard about Matrix?
Yeah, I have this needle in the back of my head, and it hurts a lot.
What is
Just
that
use
other one
Pigeon.
now?
You can use Pigeon as a client
Rocket?
for Matrix
Rocket Chat.
and for Discord
Rocket
and
Chat?
for.
I think it's Rocket or Riot.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about the one from the what's the kids game?
Roblox yes.
creators.
Let's talk about it. Riot Chat, decentralized encrypted chat, and then there is Rocket. Rocket Chat is communications. Okay, so I guess both of these things exist, but Rocket Chat is a SaaS offering. Riot is decentralized. Powered by Matrix. Okay, it's Matrix. Never mind.
It's decentralized.
Today I learned, right? I can't fucking be expected to know everything,
Hey, man,
man.
I googled it. That's the correct order of operation.
Yeah.
Yep. Have you noticed that on mobile Google's doing like the doom scroll? No.
Like for Google News or whatever? Or?
No, like for Google search, it's the song that never ends.
I
guess I never scrolled down that far.
Yeah, I think most of my Googling I do in Firefox, but like
I noticed that on the Chrome browser because I was looking up obscure shit from like 2001 audio hardware, so I'm like looking for any hits on it, and like
right
old shit, and it's like, where's page 2? Oh, it just keeps on loading. Oh, all right.
I mean, I guess if the complaint is that no one finds your shit on page 2, well, just remove page 2. Right. And page 3. And
there
page
is
4.
no page 2 anymore.
Quit
Page 2's
complaining.
dead, man.
Yeah, there is no more page 2 anymore. It's only page 1.
Which, I mean, it's safe to just scroll through the first results because that's all top 10 and ads. Uh-oh. Oh, did I forget to cut the camera fan on?
Oh yeah, your video's cropped so we can't see the warning.
Right?
But you gotta come back in a crop top.
Do I have
You gotta
a
see
crop top? No, I
Gotta
don't.
see some name. Gotta see some. Listen, you can make one. You got a pair of scissors. I know that.
Man. Oh, shit. Dude, I was adulting like a motherfucker last night. I felt that I had a backup pair of scissors.
Ah.
I was like, this is some straight up adult level shit right here, man.
Nori's an art person. She has multiple different scissors.
Yeah, Lonnie is an art and like fabric textiles person, so there are scissors that I am not allowed to touch lest I find myself on the receiving end of said scissors.
There's there's multiple pairs of scissors that I just don't. I just go for. Ooh, I like the big chunky ones because they don't have like the ergonomics that are specific to right hands. The handles are both the exact same. It's like, ooh, neat. Give.
Sounds like you need to go to the leftorium.
Most of the like specific left-handed stuff tends to be stupidly expensive.
Yeah,
and while I want to support that, I don't have that kind of money.
You sinister bastards, you deserve it. But Synthal, souls don't exist, only souls likes exist.
Yeah, no, Dark Souls is dead. Miyazaki said no more Dark Souls, and then he kind of regretted it, so he made Dark Souls but called it Elden Ring.
I'm just happy George was able to finish something.
What is Scott or IRC now? Shepherd? Yeah, I guess.
No, it's just the Scott Bridge now.
It's all Scott, all the way down.
Oh, it is entirely constructed of... Oh yeah, the bridge constructor, Scott. That's the new one coming out. You have one Scott, and you have to turn it into a bridge.
Is it possible to link the souls to what? Is it possible to link the souls to processes?
Of the two processes,
Do the processes have souls?
they do now.
All right.
I don't get circumcision threats. On our second or third date, she took me to her knife throwing club, and showed me that she is very proficient at killing things at range. So,
Okay, so you getting a knife in the balls is not out of the question. Gotcha.
from across the room, she's got better aim than I do. So,
Canadian brand. What?
There's a Canadian newscaster named Peter Mansbridge. That's what he's making a joke about.
Ah, Canadian humor. See, we learn.
I see you, Scott Michaud, with your fucking Canadian Broadcasting Company references.
CBC.
You can't escape. You can't escape.
Canada's shipping, man. There's a bunch of like radio. They've recently overhauled the CBC has like changed a lot of stuff to digital, like primarily their compellers that they were using. And it's just like the shipping is ludicrous on them though.
You're. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can hit up CBC Radio and be like, "Hey, you got anything compellers?"
They're like putting them out. Apparently, they've done like freight sales of them, and people they're showing up on eBay, and like they say like property of the CBC.
Okay.
Like, oh shit, that's a good price. Oh, that's in Canada. That's not going to be cheap to get, is it? They're like, nah, buddy. It's going to be like $50 shipping.
There's a recent news story that kind of ticked me off, where it's like a bunch of people in Northern Ontario are finding that like their homes are radioactive, and the Canadian Radioactive Commission is like, yeah, that's kind of your problem.
You shouldn't have made radioactive homes, huh?
Well, so apparently, like, there was like a mine that they were using, like the area that they built the houses on, to like discard rocks, and those rocks are radioactive. And they built on top of those. And before they're like, yeah, the radiation is safe, blah blah blah. But like they've tested like a couple homes recently, and it's like well above the recommended safety. Yeah.
So you're adaptable.
Yes. We're gonna have like radioactive Godzilla beavers running through Northern Ontario.
Right.
Yes, radioactive ghosts, of course.
Spoopy ghost.
Did you guys watch the Internet Historian one about the cave? The cave that wouldn't let that one fucking dude go?
Oh, the guy who like spent his entire life doing the wait.
Yeah. And he died in the cave, and they like tried to get him out, and then the guy's like, no, I want to show off the body in the cave. So they brought him back, and they like chained him down into the cave until people tried to like steal the body, but they recovered the body and they put him back in the fucking cave. It is an absurd story, but I was hooked throughout the entire fucking thing. I'm like, where is this going? The cave won't let him go.
Speaking of bodies, but I was reading through a thing on Everest. They're like, yeah, we're doing some body cleanup on Everest. And I'm like, man, that's got to be...
Yeah, the Happy Mountain, Smile Rainbow Mountain, or whatever the fucking place is with all the dead climbers.
And I was like, how does, like... I'm like, well, that's good. Then I naturally went into, like, oh, yeah, by cleaning up means we just, like, pushed them off the cliff.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Just out of sight.
I was imagining, like, how are they going to get a helicopter to, like, connect this, or, like, we're going to have Sherpas take them? It's like, no, we just pushed them off the side so people couldn't see them.
You get a bunch of them in a pile, and you make a snowball, and then you push down, and it just goes in and collects more bodies as it goes. Rinse, repeat.
It's like, you gotta, hey, it solved the problem. That sounds like some my level shit. I'm like,
modern problems require modern solutions.
Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Oh, man.
Mount Everest is pretty outside the box.
Yeah.
Partially outside the atmosphere.
I was talking, some guys were working on these Nikon cameras, doing the hack, because there's there's another way to hack into the camera. It's a physical device you can either make or buy, and they can't figure out how to stop it from autofocusing. And there was like this big 3 pages of like people trying different things and like maybe trying bits in the firmware. And like, why don't you just buy an old lens that doesn't have autofocus? Oh,
because they're expensive as fuck.
No, they're like extra cheap.
They didn't even think of that.
It never crossed their mind to like, why don't you get... All right, Nikon, I love your fucking lenses, the autofocus lenses, because they're called Nikon AF.
Nikon as fuck.
It's like, yeah, just get a one without autofocus on it. They can't do anything. Oh.
Speaking of scissors.
Scissors. All right, so it's like 9 o'clock. Let's get underway.
Let's do it.
Yeet.
Do it. Ugh. Not melting. Yeah, I didn't have the camera fan on. That's what it was. That's always good. That was a bit of relief to be like, oh, it didn't just die for no reason. That's awesome.
When it just starts sparking, you're like, uh-oh.
I mean, I got to give it to Nikon, man. Like, this thing still... It's got some dead pixels. They are right around here. So don't let that bug you throughout the entire... forever now. Yeah, let's go. All right. Pedro and Jordan, have either of you been up to anything before we get started? I have some idea how I'm going to open this thing.
No.
No, it was a very boring week, unfortunately. Nothing happened. I cleaned up projectile vomit. There you go. Microwave shopping.
I'm saving money
that.
so I can buy a car and move outside the city.
We didn't.
We talked about it in the...
I'm just coming up with something for you, man.
All right.
You got something better? Projectile vomiting cleanup?
I don't fucking know, man.
All right. Let's get recording.
The rent's way too damn high.
Let me go over to Crunch. Let's go into... Oh, so many folders in here. Okay, that's recording. Cool. A mini metro. Yeah, let's go visit the Titanic, says no one right now. Dude.
Near, far, wherever you are. Crunch.
That's fucking tragic, man. There was like fucking teenager on that thing, dude.
Dude, there were fucking 500 migrants that died in the ocean. People care about these guys because they're rich. I don't know. I can't even.
Nah, there was just like... I feel bad for the fucking teenager that was on it. Like, he was just hanging out with his fucking dad. I'm not gonna judge anybody for the fucking dice they're rolled. And welcome back to another LinuxGameCast Weekly. The show covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Vin, joined every week by Jordan Svang and Pedro Mateus, and you at home helping us form the credits. Nope. Nope. I didn't add the button yet. Yeah.
Where are we? What time is it? Who am I? Fuck.
You know what? We're going to do this. It's somewhere in here. Where are you at, Voltron? Help me,
Somewhere
Voltron.
in time.
Ah. Vulcane. Cocron. Gentlemen, it's been a fun week. We managed to do that. I really want to add. See, the thing that's really driving me up the wall right now is I sit down when I cut everything on. It's like, there's a button you need to add. I'm like, nope, looks good. Next week, we'll probably have another incident of that. So I was reminded of something. Now, you might have played around. If you use Open Broadcaster, if you're on Linux, you probably do it for streaming. I don't know if you're somebody who streams or if you do, game capture or anything to that effect. You might be familiar with an application called Stream Effects. It lets you do some extra things in OBS that exposes some things that aren't just straight up exposed in regular Open Broadcaster. And one thing I've always noticed is when I'm compiling Stream Effects is I don't have access to NVIDIA's denoising, which is like, oh man, and like background removal. Like, didn't NVIDIA have a Linux SDK? And I'm like, yeah, like right around the 20 series somewhere in there. And I went looking for it. That thing is still invite only, like 2 years after being made public. Like, I had forgotten about it. It had been so long. I'm like, this is still a thing, and you still go there, and you can log in with your developer account and apply for access, which I did again.
You got to email Aaron and get them to poke the guys and check the mailbox, right?
I'm like, what is the strategy here? Just wait it out and hope people forget about it? Maybe. Who knows? But, I mean, it was part of you remember, like, the NVIDIA broadcast thing that they have for Windows.
Yeah. They were really pushing like Shadowplay and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like the denoiser are in, the NVIDIA
RTX audio and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, this has been that long ago, and it's still in that holding pattern, I guess. Maybe they forgot that they did it for Linux, or maybe they just never really get around to it, or maybe it's in such a sad state they don't want to play with it. NVIDIA, call me. I'd like to get that up and working. And just to take a moment, we talked a lot about it in the pre-super shows, but to pour one out. Yeah, for Rocky.
Amazing Rocky. How sweet the cocky.
Red Hat losing its damn mind. And I think everybody here, the three of us, we're all fans of
yeah,
Red Hat
I'm the big Red Hat apologist here. And
right? That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm reading through this and I'm like, is there some silver lining? Is there? No, there isn't. There isn't. They're just being scumbags.
Very hard to justify this one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's really easy to justify it.
Money.
We don't
money
like
for
the
Red Hat.
justification.
That happened. Something we talked about in the after show last week that I thought people might be interested in, especially since we spent so much time during a pre-show learning about your microwave catching on fire. And
yes,
you did go shopping for one, and you didn't get the fancy one with the automatic parking and GPS.
Don't do that. Those are the bullshit microwaves that break after like 8 months. What you want to get is the plain Jane white plastic one that will turn into a yellow microwave with time. But right now it is pristine virgin white. It was the cheapest one. We were checking all the reviews at Best Buy, and it's like breaks after year, breaks after year, breaks after year after year. The low key just like basic kitchen one is like, yeah, this is a great microwave. Mm-hmm. And so
here's all I want to do though. I want we need to go find a yellowed one, one that's been aged. We need to take that bitch apart and retrobrite it.
Dry age it. Dry aged microwaves.
We need to start a microwave restoration.
Can we do it with like old Nintendo hardware too? Like de-yellow your Game Boy?
I mean, last time I looked around for microwaves, it came to the same reason that I don't own a laser cutter. Is you can get microwaves now with a camera built into them.
Yeah. You can monitor your turkey or whatever.
You can take food photos of like cooking things and stuff to that effect. I'm like, no, because then I'm just going to be putting things in there like figurines to watch them melt.
That's how you end up melting like little army men.
Mm-hmm.
Now to be fair, that'll probably make great YouTube content. Like people will fucking watch that shit.
There's going to be that channel.
Instead of will it blend, will it melt?
I don't know, man. Pedro has. What did you post a screenshot of? What game were you playing this week? I saw you posted a screenshot in Discord of some video game with something written under it, probably words.
I finished 40K Inquisitor Martyr.
Which one's that? Is that like first-person shooter?
No, it's the Diablo-like.
Oh.
It is effectively like Path of Exile, but with a 40K skin. So, yeah, it is. It's very nice. I very much enjoyed it. Took me about 40 hours to beat, but I beat the main campaign and all of the DLC campaigns. It does that thing with the randomly generated missions. So it has theoretically infinite content, but I already got the achievement of doing all of the different kinds of missions, so no.
Maybe they'll do a follow-up sequel like Ogre with a shotgun. What was the game we played on Thursday? Jordan?
Myth Force. Yeah, we tried that out. That was in Epic Early Access for I think several years now. Or at least it's been a very, very long year since that got announced. And yeah, I know I've been excited to try that out. So they had a demo out for the Next Fest that had online multiplayer, which is great. Love to see that.
Work.
And yeah, it worked out of the box. And yeah, it's a little lackluster, honestly. I was
kind of expecting more. We had some thoughts on it. If you want to see our playthrough for it, look at our YouTube Uncut channel. There's a good 15-minute segment of the. We knew what we were doing. Mira also joined us.
We had figured it out. Yes.
Yeah. The first run was like, what's going on? Then we just squad wiped.
Oh yeah, it was like everyone died. It's like, Jordan, kill all the monsters. I'm like, fuck.
You did a good job, man. You stayed much longer.
Because it's like survive till the end of the 20 seconds. It's like, all right, I can do that. Yeah, and then it's like, now actually kill all the guys. Yeah. I'm like, well, fuck you then.
Exactly. Like, I was with you on that. I was with you on that because I'm like,
why even make me do
deal,
that,
man? What the hell?
Yeah.
Something that will never alter the deal on us is our horse.
That's because the horse is in a constant state of like flux. It can't make up its goddamn mind. It's the Steam.
Linux
update of the week.
That's Proton. Yeah, it's git diff checking.
Oh man, I got too many buttons. Don't worry, we're coming back.
Yeah, no, Proton Experimental. It's the new one. It comes with all of the changes from 8.02, which is the current stable one, but nothing terribly exciting.
How dare you? This is full of excitement and riveting tale.
I mean, the new EA, not Origin application, what do they call it? EA Desktop. Now it launches reliably even after updates, so that's a positive. Gabe Newell's favorite video game, Final Fantasy XIV, finally has a working scroll bar in the launcher, so there's that. And with The Witcher 3, it was showing the taskbar if you all tabbed on XFCE at certain resolutions. That's fixed now too. So
yeah, we got some more NV API enablement as well.
Yeah, one of the things that we're talking about, if you happen to have everything set on dark mode, like a normal person, finding what has changed is a way more difficult.
It is. I usually go to like the compare revisions page, and then I'm like, what was the last revision, and what's this one, and then I read the diff, because yeah, this wall of text is not very useful in telling me what has changed between these previous versions, right? I
mean, if you squint, you can see what's old, but yeah, that's about as far as we can go with it. Yeah, a couple of new games with NV API added, and here's one of the things I want to talk about. I think they've done, just looking at Proton Experimental along with Proton 8, they've done a reasonably well job of mitigating the regression hell that is just part of this. This will always be a problem. There's really no way to avoid it, is there?
Yeah, it's the moving target that is Windows.
Yeah, although with the Proton 8 specifically, since it now requires the new DXVK and VKD3D, which comes with newer hardware requirements. You need a graphics card. If it's NVIDIA, it needs to support 515 minimum. And if it's AMD or Intel, it needs to support Mesa 22 minimum. So that cuts out a lot of the legacy stuff, which is more likely to cause compatibility issues. So yeah, there's a smaller pool of hardware to work with, which helps.
I thought we would be to Valve and Codeweaver's credit. They've I thought we'd be in worse shape than we are. And currently, right now, there's very few titles that you have to go, okay, this is only going to work with this version of Proton.
And again, this is probably to like Valve and Codeweaver's credits, is that like there's a shit ton of skunkworks going on the back end that is making this happen. So like we're being isolated from it, but like good job, guys. Like that. Yeah.
Indeed. So there's a new Next Fest, and this has turned into like just like strangely something I look forward to. When it first came out, it was first announced, and I'm like, all right. Not that big a deal. But not only does Steam Next Fest, what does it do? It brings back the idea of having game demos. Huge fan of that. That's something that just kind of disappeared over the years, and it happened at such a gradual rate. We just forgot about them. Like, demos, I remember those.
Because they used to come on CDs for magazines, right? No, who buys magazines anymore?
Shareware and things like that. But it also gives us a look at what's coming down those steamy pipes. That makes me very happy. This one's going to be closed. If you're listening to this on Monday or Tuesday, it's already over. But if you're listening live or tomorrow, June 19th through June 26th, here it is. Play the demos, watch the live streams, wishlist the games that you want. And, I sorted through a bunch of these just to find the ones that were going to be Linux native. I kind of want to show this off. So if we go to platform, there are 171 macOS titles and 123 SteamOS Linux titles. That ratio is a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be if we're just looking at everything overall. But the second you get into like things like, I don't know, things you might want to play, right? So how many people can play at one time? We like co-op, right?
Yep.
So let's just say multiplayer. How about multiplayer games? 16 to 10. That's a lot smaller. So, Linux native, is it dead? Is what I'm trying to get at. Or is it we still got some life left in this?
I think we do. I think like the Steam Deck has been sort of like the much needed like breath of life into it. But I don't think it's going to be a thing for like AAA. Like indie games are definitely going to want to like have native versions, but like we've seen like what's going on with Square and Capcom and whatever. They're just like they're happy to cut Codeweavers a check and be like, hey, get our shit working. So,
Pedro, any thoughts?
I'm just thinking because Apple is doing their own thing with the hardware, and they still get more game support on Steam than Linux. Even when there's the deck, it's already been out for over a year now. It makes me a little sad. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me a little sad.
There's still a lot of anti-Linux FUD out there though. Like you still see like the same fucking recycled talking points in lay people talking about Linux from like 15 years ago, and it's like, no, it's not that anymore.
Well, not even that. I mean, it's Linux, anti-Linux fanfic type stuff. Like there was a post on the PC Master Race a couple of weeks ago. It was like, I would use Linux, but 80% of the games I play don't work under Proton. And to PC Master Race's credit, 100% of everyone, they're just called bullshit on that. They're like, what two games do you play with EAC or BattleEye?
No, he's a big Fortnite player and he's a big Destiny player. He only plays those two.
The most popular ones of those, except for, I don't know, Paladins and literally every other game from that particular company because they just refuse to do it. But yeah, no, you're basically dependent on the developers not being completely bass-ackwards on their Linux views.
But it's a numbers game. It's about, and this is something that the Steam Deck has brought to us is, okay, it would help. It would go a long way, Valve, if you just put out some like hard numbers on how many of these damn things you sold.
Yeah, that would require Valve actually disclosing the numbers.
That's the double-edged sword though, because like, what if the numbers aren't good? What if they're like, oh, no one fucking wants this shit?
Well, I mean, even if you're an indie developer and you're looking at it like, but maybe the number of Steam Decks that have been sold aren't AAA level, whatever, but betting the business on it. But you're like, oh shit, there's,
oh no, there's definitely
90,000 people out there with potential customers. Like, okay.
And like
And
people
they-
seem to be very excited about like the small portable form factor computer. So like
Mhm.
more catering to that is gonna.
And even among that, something I thought about with like the Steam Deck when it was first released is like we're eventually people are going to try to bring the haterade on it, and they did, and it kind of bounced off. Even after that, we've seen things from Asus, and people are like, it's not a Steam Deck, and they're right. It's not. You don't get that level of integration that you get when it comes from the store itself.
The fucking skunkworks. That's what I was talking about, right? Like there's a ton of shit happening behind the scenes to make the Steam Deck as like friction free as possible. That Asus doesn't have the ability to do this, especially not if their software is based on something they don't control, i.e. Microsoft.
They can just go to developer.steam.com and download the. Oh wait, you can't do that quite yet. Can you?
No, unfortunately.
No. Did you figure
Come on,
about that?
Valve. Everyone's not even just Asus or Ioneo or one
GPD
netbook
or whatever.
or
Or a desktop image. I mean, honestly, did you think a year later we
people
would
want
be
SteamOS.
having this conversation, Pedro?
Yeah.
That we're like, whoa, we still can't download that because spin the wheel of Booger Bugger reasons? Because that's all the wheel says right now. Just reasons.
Oh yeah, no, you can use Allo ISO, which doesn't boot on half the machines you actually try to boot it on. Valve, come on, please. SteamOS 3, just
Listen,
you can do
know
it.
what, Pedro? I'll give you another spin.
So we are rebasing SteamOS on Red Hat, so we're going to need everyone to subscribe to the Red Hat contributor license. And
Listen, I'll give you a student discount too.
yeah,
If you're a developer, you can get it for free, right?
yeah you can get you can get RHEL for free. For like,
Or if you know anybody who works at Red Hat, and be like, psst.
hey man,
Yes.
you gotta get more of that Red Hat Linux.
I too have been offered street corner Red Hat in the back alley more than once from
Yeah, but
different people.
it's usually cut with some SUSE though, so you don't want that. You're gonna like you're gonna kill yourself.
Straight from
man.
the source. Speaking of Steam Next Fest, I went through and I looked for, a couple of games that were kind of in our wheelhouse. And so we're going to talk about a couple of new ones, something to look forward to down the road. And we're going to start off with what I think everyone wanted Skatebird to actually be.
Yes, hard agree.
And, that's Tony Hawk, Ollie Frog, Toad Skater. And I downloaded go ahead and grab the demo, play it while you can. You still got a couple of days. This is 100% about 11 times more fun than Skatebird because it is those arcade Tony Hawk controls where you're just having fun. You're having a good time bouncing around, shading combos, grinding on things, giggity. And bonus point, Ollie Frog makes the Goku noise when he falls. It's adorable.
Squeak. Yep. Yeah, no, this is... Go on.
I was just going to say, I'm very much looking forward to, because yes, Skatebird might not have been what people wanted, but it enjoyed a very moderate level of success, and I look forward to more games coming out attempting to ride those coattails, very much so.
Yeah, I think definitely, especially because I think the general sense is like, yeah, we wanted less simulation in our cute bird skateboarding game. So coming back to some like Tony Hawk style mechanics, I tried this on the Steam Deck, and yeah, no, it's great. I'm looking forward to this. It all came back to me. I had like the fucking memory, just like, oh, I remember how to do all these tricks now. Do my fingers? Nope. Gotta get those back up to speed.
Lads, I'd never played Tony Hawk, but I played the Skatebird. I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's sure. And then the only thing that went in my head when I first took off on the board on this was like, wee.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it was just chaos from there on out. So good to see that. The more the merrier. But let's switch from cute frogs to boomer shooters, because I thought about Pedro when I saw this pop up.
Speaking of cute frogs, Pedro.
Yes, if you want not a cute frog, but to shoot things on a 3D attempting to be a boomer shooter, and I'm trying... I know that it's called demonic supremacy, but I'm trying to read that on that little image blurb that they have on the right side of the page. That's very hard to read.
The bit rate of this video is pretty damn retro, though.
It is.
The bit rate is bad, and the
like
motion blur is bad. The radial, the radial blur is bad. Just about everything that they're showing is bad, and I had to read the blurb because It's an old school 3D shooter with a certain nostalgic flavor and few gamer-friendly features. Okay, can we tone down the blurriness, though? I almost got a headache just by trying to demo on this thing. Can we not?
Yeah, I think we need to be gamer hostile.
And just actively hostile towards people's eyes at this point.
Get good, scrub. I don't know. I downloaded it, played around, and it's got the chuggies on old Threadbooper. With
does it look like that?
36. If it looked like that, you know what? Here's the thing. If it looked like a poorly encoded video, I'd like give it bonus points.
It's like, okay,
someone went out of their way to do that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's somebody who just got done playing something that was modeled after an 80s cartoon. Yeah, all right. Style. Yeah. They'd get a style point if they did that. No, I mean, it was like super sharp, and it was at 2160p. I dialed it down to 1080p and 1440. I'm like, this doesn't make a damn bit of difference. It did remind me of like trying to play Quake at 800 by 600 in software render mode, as far as the performance. Before I get my first Voodoo card, it's maybe the Windows, maybe it runs great under Proton, but I didn't try it. I tried the native version and
same.
Love.
And the motion blur gets really, really bad when it starts to chug, and then everything is blurry. Stop that! Seriously, just fucking stop.
Okay, all right. Well, just calm down. Maybe you weren't a PC gamer back in the 90s playing the original boomer shooters. Maybe instead you had a PlayStation 1 and you were playing some shit that looked like this. This is Motor Doom, freestyle sports roguelike horde shooter that combines high-octane visceral combat with fluid movement and trick mechanic. Listen, this was enough for me to look in a Santa outfit and you got chainsaws for wheels.
Yeah,
you're kind of selling me with the trailer. You can do fancy, BMX backflips and things like that. I downloaded it.
Oh man, remember BMX? Did you ever get into BMX?
No. Yeah, I played Dave Mirra freestyler a lot.
Okay,
no, I mean, did you ever like get bikes on a bicycle?
Yeah, and have like the fucking.
No, I had a mountain bike and I went tree dodging in the woods.
there are straight up Magic the Gathering cards in this. All right, I'm a little on board now.
It's got a little bit of everything, man. It controls like PS1 Doom on a bike. The controls are bad, man.
Controls?
Like, you know what? They're perfectly. They work. They're just bad.
Controls a lot like Motocross Madness, and the like the arena style shooter is very painkillery. So yeah, it's Motocross Madness meets painkiller.
You like run around, then you got to slow down to take aim at the things, and you got to use your analog stick to take aim while you go. It's a lot to do. It's like trying to give 3 hand jobs at one time, man.
Right, because you have to like do tricks and also kill shit. And,
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So split attention. I see how this could become very overly complicated very quickly.
It does recommend using a controller, which, fair. A 1050, so what, NVIDIA 4060 Ti equivalent? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, about the same as 1050.
Isn't that the other way around?
Well, I mean, it was a joke, but I mean, we can analyze it if you want. Let's not.
Let's drive piles of cars into other piles of cars instead.
I wanted to like this. We might try in the after shows and still.
Stunt Derby, yeah. So this is a physics-based racer with online multiplayer. It's got the thing, so good for you.
Show everybody
yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah, the trailer shows like 500,000 fucking cars going off a ramp. I'm like, okay, you have my attention.
All right.
Yeah, but you can drive into swarms of boxes with your friends.
No, we need a giant wheel of cheese to chase down the hill.
Oh yeah, they got loop-de-loops. This looks like it could be like a fun fuck around driving simulator, but it also looks like it could just be complete and utter shit.
The camera does look a bit janky. I wish they'd loosen up just how it focuses on the back of the car and doesn't let go at all. That needs, but I like the jank overall and the mayhem and the madness.
Well, it has collision. We've established this.
Yes, I like that. I like that very much.
It's basically Fall Guys with cars.
Low poly drive them. It works on look at that.
Yeah,
look at that.
Works on deck.
Play versus bot. You know what? If you notice a spike in your players, That'll be us this afternoon.
That is a good pause, by the way. Just as he gets T-boned, I'm like, we'll be right back.
What do we need? Just a Linux 64-bit broadband, 100 megs of space. I mean, it is small.
OpenGL.
Yeah. I popped it in, played around for a minute, but like forever alone mode, I can already tell you it's sad. So maybe the fun kicks in. VTech will kick in. Pixelated VTech will kick in. When we get some people to play around. That's everything I could dig out of Steam Next Fest, but we do have one game update for you this week, and it's a game we all really liked.
Yeah, it's a game we played through live on stream. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in
You want to call it Turtles in Time, motherfucker?
I do want to call it Turtles in Time. It's Shredder's Revenge, because I'm a child of the 90s, damn it, and that was the Turtles game at the time. Yeah, Shredder's Revenge. We played through it. They have a new DLC. It adds Miyamoto Usagi, who crossed over in TMNT in the 2003 cartoon when they did like a alternate universe Sliders type season, which was actually pretty fun. I watched that show back in the day. But the other thing they added, which I think is like the big feature, is as if you're watching the video version, you can change the colors of the fucking turtles so that they all don't look the goddamn same anymore. Because that was the big problem, is the character blindness, especially when you got 6 people on the screen.
Chaos though, man.
Like, yeah, and 6 people, and 4 of them are the same green sprite.
Yes.
Yeah, good luck. Like, oh yeah, they have different color headbands. Yeah, good luck figuring out what the fuck's going on when there's like tons of flash and shit.
That was easy to pick out. Like, what are you talking about? Look at that. Look how seamless that looks.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's coming up.
Yeah.
They're trying to hide it from us. Like,
yes.
Look, this is easy.
This, yeah, no, easy.
That's totally easy to pick.
It's totally not a giant mess of pixels, but. New DLC is good. Dotimo's been doing a fantastic job with these side-scrolling beat-em-ups. River City Girls, this they did Streets of Rage as well. Streets of Rage 4. So they've been really killing it on that.
More turtles is good. More turtles. Yeah.
I'm down with it. I went to okay, this is going to be DLC. I assume it's going to be paid DLC, but I also assume if you want me to put something on a wish list, you're going to take the time to give me a price, which you have yet to provide.
Yeah, I hope it's not like $15. I hope it's probably like $8. Eight's probably 8 to 10 is about the cap what I'd pay for that.
For new characters, some color changes, and
a new mode
levels.
To support the devs for like a good quality game.
I'm all for paid, but if it's like $15,
$15 is a little steep. 10 is kind of where,
because you got to keep it up to the lens for like the different type of players. We'll play through that exactly once. Mm-hmm. And probably never touch it again, but we'll have a good time. Yeah, we're trying to unlock all the achievements and get all the pizza points.
And all the combos. Yeah, it's like get through all the levels without taking damage. Yeah, fuck that noise. No.
I'm sure somebody's out there doing it, man. But we're done taking damage for this segment.
Coming up next, Intel is going to damage themselves by discontinuing some video cards. And Ryan C. Gordon is going to plunge a dagger into the heart of SDL2.
We didn't call it the Forever Edition.
It's the city on the edge of Forever Edition.
All right.
So SDL can count to higher than Valve now?
Yeah. I don't know. It might bug you. Iculus and drag you back on kicking and screaming. We'll talk about SDL3, and I'll complain about Code Blue.
What, you don't like zombie handling?
I'm just saying there's some extra bytes being taken up by all those extra A's, man. I think you can convey brains with 2, possibly 3 A's. And doing a Google search into this, these are real people. There's scripts to help consolidate code comments by replicating. To save that. But I mean, if you're working in an embedded space or something like that, and you still want to throw some comments, you don't want to completely strip it, I get it.
Yeah, leave some fucking breadcrumbs for the poor sucker who has to dump the ROM and try and reverse engineer this shit in 20 years when you're dead.
Let's go take a look at vote.linuxgamecast.com. Vocane Coltron. All right. I'll give you a point for that one, Jill. Probably words. Street corner at. Just saying, man. Giant mess of pixels, forever addiction, Tony Hawk, grinding on things. All right.
I need to pee. I'll be right back.
Too many zombie bites. I don't know, like extreme optimization. I'm a big fan of like reducing and streamlining things, and that doesn't really come down to software, like physical setups, like installations of things. I'm like, okay, I got this many cables and this many devices. How do I shave that and consolidate? Consolidating, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Do you like having a bunch of different devices, bunch of multiple failure points, or a single failure point?
It depends, right? Like there's like a convenience to reliability axis. I think that like everything kind of falls on. I'm a big proponent of right tool for the right job at the right time. So if there's like a thing that can be done by if I need something that does like two things, but like maybe one day that one of the things will be replaced. I don't know. To me, it's like it's very case by case. I can see the advantages of both, and I would want to pick and choose based on of like.
But you don't have like any overarching drive of like looking at something like, how can I trim that down?
I mean, sometimes like I was for the microwave, we were looking at like replacing it with one of those microwave air fryer combos. But we were doing research into it. And it's like, yeah, but those things don't do like either super well, and they're like a pain in the ass to clean out, and so on and so forth. So
I always worry about like combo devices. Like, well, if one thing breaks, it might take out.
Yeah, but like also if you have like limited space, or like you really don't care and you just need like a thing that does like a couple different basic things, then like sure, it's fine, right?
I mean, that's why you get the maple syrup deep fryer.
I mean, that's just because I don't want to ruin the other deep fryer with like sticky shit.
Toaster air fryer. I've never bought a toaster in my life.
Yeah, I guess those are just like toaster ovens though, not like the bread down.
I don't have anything against toast. I've just never been. That's just not part of my vocabulary of like. Yeah, I want some fucking toast. If I was a toast person, I guess maybe. But anytime I make garlic bread or toast stuff like that, I'd use broil in the oven. Just slide it up on the top rack for like 30 seconds. I'm like, look, toast.
It's convenient to have like a thing where you can just toss some slices of bread in and.
Yeah, if I was like somebody was like, I want me some damn toast right now, and like.
Yeah, I mean like that's what we do, right? I like toast. Toast is fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but like I like me a good slice of toast with some like butter or cream cheese or peanut butter or jam, something.
You got to get jelly toast and glue it to a cat, so it will hover in quantum indecision.
Yeah. Well, you got to drop them first.
You just let go of it.
Yeah.
Refrigerator oven? See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that joke. Under and over. What do you think?
On the existence of the refrigerator oven?
We're going on an adventure, kids. Buckle up.
I'm sure someone has attempted it at least.
A commercial.
I don't know if
this is like.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's see if Pedro wants to get in on this.
I think maybe like in the 50s there might have been an attempt at one. A gas-powered fridge /
All right,
oven.
Pedro, under and over. A refrigerator oven. Combo unit. Hob.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but it would be very inefficient on one of those things.
Has it ever been made as a commercial product?
So I think someone's probably attempted to do it, yes. It probably flopped, but yeah, I think it probably exists. Yeah, if it's just the stove and like the refrigerated bits at the bottom, sure.
I'm not seeing one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like an oven, like an actual oven with the fridge, no.
Listen, I think we've identified an open area in the market segment that we can fill.
Well, smart AI powered oven fridges, right? You gotta sell them with that.
I do want a front-loaded dryer.
As opposed to like a top-loaded one.
Yeah, the one I have right now, dude, like that thing is got to be like 40 years old. I got it at a consignment. It was like a Whirlpool. I got a set of them for like $40. I'm like, fuck yes, those things will be around like 100 years from now. They're all mechanically switched. There's no electronics to go wrong.
Yeah, I grew up in a house that had them. You have to like crank them and they go.
You clank it and all the buttons. Like I pulled the back off of it, cleaned and realized like done. Put a belt on it. Just works. I'm sure they're highly inefficient, but I rarely use the dryer anyway, unless I'm cleaning like bed sheets and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing. So yeah, we need a refrigerator oven combo unit. Like it.
No. We need a combo espresso ice cream machine.
See, I gotta type that out now, though.
No, the espresso ice cream machine I can see, because you could just feed it ice and just grind down the ice and mix the ice cream there.
No,
but it's got to run simultaneously though, right? Like
that's fine. It can be like on the left side it's ice cream, and on the right
it needs to fit in like the palm of my hand.
Here's the real takeaway from this is that you can buy a margarita maker for $79 these days. If you like frozen margaritas.
Okay, because I guess it does like froyo and margaritas and all that shit.
Well, I mean, it'll do margaritas.
Okay.
If it does ice cream, you can make margaritas in it.
Okay, is that one of those that takes the DRM ice cream
DRM
containers?
DRM ice bags.
Yeah. Because I've seen those.
430 watt. I'm not seeing anything. It's got a touchscreen on it.
I think this is just an ice cream maker. It's not a espresso machine.
As long as you can just,
I know.
yeah,
I was searching for.
Toss in your own fluids without them being in DRM protected
Just
containers.
Pour in fluids.
Whatever
Pedro.
you got around the house.
I mean, if you want to do
Drano and urine.
if you want to do the True Blood
It's okay.
ice cream,
That's what it says when you cut it on.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Gesundheit.
Oh man, so dude, it's not as cool as your blender deep fryer combo.
That would work.
Yeah,
I was gonna say pasta / sausage maker, but I guess that would also work because like it's meat press stuff through a thing. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm glad espresso machines are still fuck you expensive. I'm not buying more of those. That's self-care right there. Not spending $1,000 on a fucking espresso machine.
I spent $70 on an AeroPress.
Yeah.
Or however much that cost, and that's fine.
I spent 20 pounds on one of those pour over bottles.
Someone
wash the metal filter every now and then. And
someone posted that
that's it.
like coffee nerds and just like, I'm gonna make you some coffee, and it takes like 90 fucking minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I just gotta. That's why you can have the press, but also just have a regular ass fucking coffee machine. So
There's
you can
nothing
just
wrong
be
with the
like-
drip filters. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's coffee. It works.
Yeah. It's the beans you put in there. That's what makes it taste good or bad.
Like, what is it? What is drinking coffee? I always drink the blue Maxwell House.
I guess the blue tin. Yeah, I think that's the instant coffee. Or
Yeah, no, I mean, you had to brew it, but
it's like the pre-ground coffee comes in like the blue tin.
yeah. They still have not cracked instant coffee. All instant coffee tastes like, yep, that's instant coffee.
Yeah.
All right, it's got caffeine in it. We're gonna choke this down.
Nori wants one of
so
those
did you-
DeLonghi machines too, Scott. Would you recommend?
Do the Chris Farley? What? What do you mean this isn't real coffee? Ah! Just freak the fuck out, flip some tables.
And that's the example of like the cheap microwaves. You get like one of those because there's nothing to go wrong. There's a heating element at the bottom of that. There's no moving parts in those.
Yep.
You know, it's just a heated tube at the bottom under the plate, and you pour water in and convection.
Yep.
A learning curve,
maintenance.
ongoing
Okay.
maintenance. Yeah, I don't want a coffee maker smarter than me. Granted, it wouldn't take much, but
Yeah, ours has like the thing where you can like program it to start making coffee at like
that's
a
always a
specific
good
time of
idea
day.
in theory.
And
is
then
that-
you never fucking do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Because that requires you to like later in the day take out, clean the thing, and like put a fresh one in.
And then you got the
It's like,
commitment
no.
in the morning to get the fuck up. You're
Yeah.
like, ah.
Yeah, but at least in morning, if you're in the morning, it's just like, well, I need to get this done so that I can function.
I mean, I didn't buy my first electric kettle until last year, man. Like, I'm old school about shit.
I do like with the electric kettles, you can like dial in the temperature, so you don't need to have like fucking fuck you boiling water.
Some of them.
The good ones.
All the kettles I've had have been the dumb ones. You just put the water in and you push the button down there.
Boil
you get
water.
boiling water.
Where are you guys on clear kettles? The transparent
Mine is
kettles.
clear.
Mine's glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got LEDs and shit on it because of reasons.
Yeah, it's got a glow, right? Okay. Yeah.
Let's
Mine
see
is
if,
aluminum.
where's the search?
I think we got the same one, Pedro. It's got the blue LEDs in the fucking bottom
Yeah.
of it. Yep.
Yeah, it's that one clear.
It's that
clear
one.
kettle,
When you
yeah.
search for like electric kettle,
Yeah.
it shows up on Amazon. You're like, oh, I guess I'm getting that one.
Yeah, they sell it at every fucking store. It's
Yeah. It's
Yep.
that one.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
one
the
roughly.
one I'm thinking of is all clear.
No, mine's got the stainless at the bottom. And I mean, mine's a slightly more tapered at the top, but same principle.
Yeah.
Creep on his counter. He's got some limes and lemons. Making some cachaça. Some caipirinhas.
Cachaça is just rum, so
Yeah,
you mean
that's like
caipirinha?
Yeah, caipirinha. That's what I said afterwards when I realized my mistake. Got some apple cider vinegar.
It's not just for something.
That's
Is
peanut
it-
butter.
Okay, it's peanut butter.
That's Nori's peanut butter. That's yeah.
Oh, that's the Pedro don't get to eat that peanut butter.
Yeah.
I don't really care for peanut butter. It's one of those things that I'll have it if it's available, but if not, I don't care.
Got the limes on the George Foreman.
Traditional. All right.
And I guess that's like a dish rack to the side with like a
Yes.
pot or a colander or something.
It's
in
right
there.
next to the sink. It's a teeny tiny kitchen too.
Oh no! Listen. I've lived in a shoebox. I understand.
Right. It's like, hey, let me go to the kitchen right quick. Need to take off the headphones? Not really.
Nope. Yeah, you saw the cable go and then back. I'm like, hey, I'm back. Yeah, it was pretty convenient that the fridge was like literally directly outside the recording room.
Oh, Nemo, don't. Cachaça is just Brazilian rum.
Rum's rum, bro. Isn't it? I mean, rum is rum.
Rum
Yeah.
tum tugger.
Like Vodak's Vodak.
You can get as squeamish as you want with it, but cachaça is just
Squeamish?
Brazilian rum.
Squeamish is not the word I would use.
I don't know. Maybe,
Unless like
Portuguese
there's
rum
something
might
really
bite back, I
really
don't know.
disgusting about like cachaça, but
you
I
just
don't,
get
I
watch
don't
other
think
people
so.
drink it. You're like, oh,
If you want to get into the nitty gritty of rum making, yes,
I'm not Googling squeamish rum.
I
persnickety
am.
also works. Yes,
Persnickety. Yeah, that's better, I guess.
Persnickety. But then you got to be the person that said persnickety.
Excellent use of the word persnickety.
Like, that's not a real word.
what does the internet say? Rum vs. cachaça. Isn't entirely wrong. They're both made from sugar. Cachaça is made straight from the sugar cane itself, and rum is made from sugarcane byproducts like molasses. So they're similar but slightly different.
Yes. Instead of processing the sugarcane, you just squeeze them and make.
There's enough of a difference the internet can argue over.
I mean, yeah, it's enough of a difference that like the booze people will get on your case.
Okay, what's the difference between whiskey and rye?
Well, you drink it and you say, "This will be the day that I die."
You get it, so my, this here guy.
Maybe
Whiskey and scotch.
Later.
It's the same fucking shit. It's just, yeah.
Well, scotch is a type of whiskey.
Doesn't whiskey have to be made in Tennessee or some shit?
Isn't that just Jack Daniels?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's just a specific kind of whiskey.
No, it's bourbon has to be made in Kentucky.
Bourbon, okay.
Kentucky. All right.
Champagne. Otherwise, it's just a sparkling one. Otherwise, it's just sparkling rum. It's not bourbon.
Gotta get some sparkling rum. And some bourbon to mix with it. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That Campagan. That Campagan. I don't know. So, yeah, the whole champagne thing is silly.
Champagne, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sparkling wine.
It's from Le Champagne region of France. That's why we can charge more money for it.
But what if I want to age my whiskey in a mason jar?
Then you're just an alcoholic?
Yeah, that's effectively what moonshine is, and it's not been put in a barrel, a charred barrel, and
it's just
aged.
in like yeah. White lightning.
Yes, it's different ingredients to make the exact same drink.
Hey Pedro, you can go on Twitter and have this discussion.
I'm not the one having it. I'm the one saying it's the exact same
Straight
shit.
into it by Mira of all people.
You're talking right now about it.
I'm saying they're the same thing.
He's having an out of argument experience.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to think of a good pun for astral projecting, and I'm coming up with nothing.
Astral debating, I don't know.
Yeah. Asshole projecting.
Man, somebody's wrong on the internet, man.
Too hot for Twitch, that one.
You don't want to go to that hot tub section. Oh.
I want the unclean hot tub section in Twitch. It's like people didn't realize that you have to change the water in that periodically.
Oh.
There's just fungus growing on it.
There's intelligent life that has developed in the hot tub, and they're streaming on Twitch. They're just like, hey, check out this just like flipping Fortnite.
If you've ever popped the lid on somebody's like, you have a hot tub? Oh, neat. And you're like, wow, that's soupy. It's like, but my second thought's always been, let's light this bitch up and see what it smells like.
No.
Let's see if we can communicate with it.
Can you smell the bacteria just entering your lungs? The mold.
Something Legionnaire's disease.
I just like at some point, like whatever was in there told the chlorine to go fuck itself.
Yeah. No, it learned how to survive
like,
on the chlorine.
Right.
Yeah. Now it needs it to live.
Oh man, you can buy moonshine. They sell moonshine here. I've seen it, like in the jars.
Do they legally sell moonshine?
Yeah, legally.
Okay.
It's taxed and everything. It's called moonshine. Right. I don't know.
It's like
that's not real moonshine.
You just gotta go out to Jed. You can buy some moonshine.
I've always wanted to distill, but I've never trusted myself with like that first couple of pours. You know, the stuff that will make you go blind.
Yes, you need a Bart or someone to give it a test.
Yeah, seeing eye sipper. because like the home kits are dope as hell that they make, like stovetop distill, like it's steampunk as shit, man. I'm all down with it. But yeah, I would never fuck with it after it had been made.
Use it to clean something.
Yeah. Does it clean real good? You probably shouldn't drink it.
Yeah. You got some paint that needs to be removed or something?
Used to kill grass.
Yeah. Got some weeds or something, or...
Showbot does not have an XKCD command, unfortunately.
Let's try to
V6?
get on.
What's that?
Was it Me6 that had it? Or am I misremembering?
Did one of them have one?
Maybe? It's like it sounds like a thing that happened, but like also I don't know, it could be bullshit. It's plausible.
How do we get help? Giphy, me. Shrug, table flip, neck thread, kick, ban, timeout, message. Beats the hell out of me. I don't know how that Discord works anymore. These kids with their commands. Help commands?
Commands?
Oh, shit.
Well, there's an
Command-
XKCD bot. Dedicated one.
You know what? I didn't add that. I'm not going to change it. That's my fucking spirit koala, man.
No?
Table flip, table unflip.
Yep.
Table flip plus one option?
Yeah, the option is your message.
Oh. Meh. Do better, Discord. Let's all thank the Japanese language for providing us with modern day hieroglyphics.
No.
Malay. Oh, did it show up in the wrong fucking room? We'll do that sometimes.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Yep. That's the neck beard body pillow.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty tight. Now we don't know. People are just in commands.
Yeah, people are trying to figure shit out now.
What was the? We never played around with it. The developer sent us like the Twitch integration thing.
Wasn't it for the soccer game?
No. This was like a game.
Oh yeah.
I could never remember the name of it. I've been meaning to like, oh, we'll try that out eventually. Years later. I don't remember what it was. Then again, I don't know if it's still around. Such is life. All right. Let's go ahead and do our little newsy. Talk about our arcs. Our story arcs. Arcs Fatalis. That sounds like a game.
Yeah, Arcs Fatalis and Arcs Libertalis is the open source implementation of it.
Created by Arcane Studios. Before they got bought by Bethesda.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Arkswell that Barkswell.
All right. Haters of the Lost Ark. That's a good show title.
Yeah.
Haters of the Lost Ark. Be damn shamed if I snuck that in, forced and shoehorned that shit right at the beginning, wouldn't it? Damn shame.
This is going to be your last crusade.
Shut up and get in the refrigerator. Yeah, that was the last one I watched.
I mean, that was the last one that came out, so I guess.
Wasn't? No. Wasn't?
Yeah, that was
There's
the last
a new
Indiana
one.
Jones movie.
There's a new one.
There's a new one that's not out yet.
Oh. I thought it wasn't.
I think it's like in a couple weeks, but I don't think it's out yet. Indiana Jones. Oh, is it out? June 30th. Okay.
15 years ago.
5 days.
Yeah.
The refrigerator. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, to the news, a little bit of shameless self-promotion, then right in to Intel being Intel, kind of, but not really.
Then NVIDIA being NVIDIA.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least
AMD is still not appearing in this film.
yeah, we're gonna get the fucking what followed by like, yeah,
But why?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go through all the questions. What? Why? Where? When? How?
Prepare your emotion in 3, 2.
Well, we're not exactly running any middleware, but if we were, it'll probably be SDL3. Don't you worry. We're going to be talking about that in a second. First, we need to, chill ourselves. Basically,
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going to say we need to release a new wait, no, we're not going to cancel the video.
No, we're not. But we're like hard cookies, and you need to get in the middle of us. You need to be that ooey gooey
cookies?
center.
What type of
Hard cookies?
the
man.
fuck eats hard cookies?
No one. That's why you got to dip them in milk.
But why aren't they like that shape then? I'm making a shape that's not a cookie.
I don't know.
right?
I can't see your hands off the screen.
Candy bars, man. Wouldn't that make more sense? Like
That's what a snickerdoodle is.
that's made up word.
It's all fucking words are made up, man. Patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. I could make a dickerdoodle pun, but I'm not going to do that. I'm above that. Sign up. Get into our Discord channel. Talk to us the rest of the week, because we're here. We're answering questions. We're bullshitting about the latest developments of Rocky Linux and Red Hat and crap like that.
And things not even remotely related. Today I found out that Jim Henson's green car was used in a bank robbery. Right.
Yeah. The fucking Kermit mobile, right? You learn some stuff. Get into our Discord. You can get into it by subbing to us on Patreon, patreon.com/LinuxGameCast, or twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast. You just got to link your respective accounts to the Discord, and the bot will do the rest. And if it breaks, well, go talk to Discord support.
And if IRC's down, let us know. Hey, speaking of Twitch, quick. We got 2 new people. We need to thank Don M, 32-month resub, and North Ranger for 13 months.
Yes. 31 months, I believe. Yeah, so thanks a lot for that. So Patreon, you get access to the Discord channel. We RSVP to game streams. We did some Myth Force demo on Thursday. Ven's doing Trackmania on Tuesdays and Fridays. There's always going to be stuff that we're looking for players for. If you want to play some games with us, get in our Discord and RSVP to the events when they come up.
Got something I'm going to play around with and try. We've had access to it for a while on Patreon is video.
Oh, the Patreon only streams?
Well, not even Patreon only streams, but we can host video on Patreon directly.
Okay.
So I've been looking for a way to, because even with our Live and Uncut, which we have no monetization even, but it's one of those things we don't have enough people following us to put ads or it puts ads on it. We have no control over it.
Yeah, we don't have anyone for it.
And so I'm thinking about what I'm going to try to do is we'll still put like the YouTube, I'm going to do like a little test run. I'll put the Linux Gamecast episode of that on Patreon along with everything else. Nothing's going away. See if you want to watch it on Patreon without advertisements. But I also want to see what the video quality is too. So it's going to be a little test.
Well, if you want to get into that, sign up to our Patreon. We got a store as well. If you want to support us that way, store.linuxgamecast.com. We got merch, we got shirts, we got bags, we got
Bag of
hoodies.
shirts.
We got bags of shirts. We got hoodies full of bags. We got stickers full of shirts. You pull the back of them off and a bunch of shirts just come out. I don't know how they did it. We hired a Time Lord for our product person and they did it for us. We got wish zones as well. If you head on over to linuxgamecast.com, put your mouse over the support button. I have one, Ven has one, Jill has one, Pedro has one, and you can I don't know, buy stuff and send us little notes that we have to read on the air. And yeah,
doesn't have to be Amazon wish list either. You can do like Bike Me, aka Jonas, did for me this week. Bought me Signalis off of Steam. Thank you very much. It was
Wait a minute. Somebody bought you a game that was on your wish list?
Yeah.
They can do that?
Not everyone does what
Right?
one very kind, but
Normally people just buy me games that I don't want. That's,
that's Foxy's strategy. Is like, I like this game, so I'm gonna buy it for you. It's like, okay, thank you, Foxy. Appreciate it.
I'll get through Death Stranding and Red Dead Redemption 2 eventually, I guess.
I keep coming back to R2. Like, I'm going to make this has to be fun. If everyone says this game's fun, I'm like, I'm sure.
Like I think my strategy for Death Stranding is I have it on the Steam Deck. I can poke at it.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a 900-hour fucking game, but
Yes.
I can. But like at least this way I can like pick it up, put it down, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, buy us if you buy Vensum stuff off of his list, you get your name in lights behind him. That's on the fuck wall over
And they
there.
blink for our fine, upstanding cannibals, helping us out, putting stuff in the studio, things for testing, things for making the show better, and things for generally just getting up to wacky nonsense under Linux with. We do appreciate that. Stick around. You get a little bonus part in the credits where we can be like, aha, you're fiscally irresponsible. Plus, you get the notes and all the other fun things. But we thank you for your support, keeping us nice. And
I suppose we can mention that just subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dead butt.
Your
Not to be confused
your
with
butt
live
is
butt,
dead.
or butt. For your
I mean, you're always butt in Steam. I have you every time you go into a game. It's like butt is playing.
Flying spaghetti monster, give me patience not to mute these two motherfuckers, so I can finish the sentence.
Never.
Damn it! All right. Well, something that got muted earlier this week. Intel has officially discontinued the ARC A770 16 gig. This is where you need to finish the sentence. Limited edition, because some outlets are like, let's get some clicky baity stuff. Pedro dropped this. Well, you dropped the PC Per story, which left out that part in the title. That's why they're not on the show with that title. Intel has announced it will discontinue the ARC A770. Okay, so I guess it was really a limited edition.
They did call it a limited edition. Yes.
So, and if you don't know, the 770 LE was the first one out of the gate, AV1, 16 gigajoules of RAM on it. And this doesn't, okay, they're going to continue making the silicon board. So if you are a add-in board partner, both of them, Acer and Grunner, Photon, or
Gunir.
Gunir, yeah.
Yeah,
the Chinese one.
If you're thinking about, it might have shaken your confidence just a little bit. Like, oh, okay, they're not making the flagship. How often is it? Because you kind of assume like the, a founder's edition or a limited edition, no matter whatever you want to call it, is the one that's never going to go anywhere. Like traditionally with like AMD. Okay, maybe AMD is a bad example. AMD doesn't keep like.
Yeah, AMD does like one push of their Frontier Edition cards, and that's it. No more.
So this thing has hung out for a little while, and we still have the Acer one. You can get the Acer one right now on Amazon for like $330.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's sad to see that the mainline ones are going out of production because it was a surprisingly stalwart dark horse. We were talking about like the benchmarks comparing the RX 7600, and like, oh look who's swinging, look who's keeping up with the big boys.
It's been kind of a weird one, man.
Yeah.
Especially with the 770 kind of getting a second breath after, stay tuned, the recent releases from both NVIDIA and AMD being less than performant for the price.
Less than stellar.
One of the things I don't like, this just came out as a little bit of information in a PDF, just a product change notification. And normally when Intel does something like this, there's like 6 months lead time to it. You'll get a notification. That's like half a year later, then it's going to be discontinued. This was like, by the way, tomorrow, this doesn't exist anymore, which was kind of surprising to see. I don't know. My only issue
right at the point where people were actually going, oh, Intel cards are, they're actually holding up. And now that they fixed the drivers on Windows, they're actually usable. Intel goes, yeah, we're not going to make that one for ourselves anymore.
Okay, in all fairness, we were talking about this. I was talking about this with Ogie last night after we were doing some Trackmania, a couple of the Not Day racing. He's like, the drivers are getting a lot better. And I'm like, yes, they're making quantum leaps, but you know, you got to remember the Intel drivers started from a state of don't fucking work. So
DirectX 12 worked. That was it. Only DirectX 12 worked.
Once they decided to not roll their own shit and just use D9VK, things started working a little better on the legacy side too.
A lot better. Here's one thing I want from you, Intel, though. Quit being Intel for just a minute, because I know you got Ryan Trout, and I know you got Tom, formerly of NVIDIA. They're both probably chomping at the bits, screaming at some C-level above them, going, we need to do something other than traditional radio silence from Intel.
Yeah, because maybe this is a lead up to like, oh well, we're gonna launch the B770 for Battle Mage, right? Like, or whatever.
Well, if you're thinking about it, like, maybe you were like, okay, you know what, we're going to talk about the 4060 or the 7600.
Oh my god, I just had a fucking moment. Archmage, Battle Mage, Celestial Druid, ABCD. That's their fucking model name. That's their model scheme.
Yeah,
that just clicked.
They said that right off the bat.
Galaxy Brain.
I guess I never made the connection with like A, B, C, and D. Like it just occurred. It just occurred to me like, oh yeah. I was trying to think of like what would be the name of the Battle Mage successor. Oh, clever girl.
Well, when I think about something like this, in all seriousness, like the 7600, the recent one from AMD, and we got like the 4060 Ti. If I'm like, hey, Neil, those are really great options. Maybe I'm going to take a little gamble on this Intel Arc thing. And you're getting ready to pick this up. Even if you were thinking about getting like the 750, like, ooh, Intel's just taking off their flagship card, and they're not going to make it anymore. Like, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to get one of these AMD or NVIDIA cards. Like, this is what consumers are going to think. Especially with like this type of notice of like, it's just gone. Was it not gone yesterday? Yes. Today, gone.
And this is coming hot off the heels of like Intel releasing that like media card that everyone was like really excited about.
Yes. Like the A60s. Everyone really liked the A60s because $130 for effectively an A380.
Yep.
That's just cheaper and single slot. Yeah, people like that. Go figure.
Things are changing at Intel. They announced earlier this week that they're going to be spending off their fab to where it has to post margins against Intel itself. Like, hold on. You know, we all want to believe. We desperately, again, need Player 3. And Intel is the only hope. Therefore, it's the best hope. So keep that in mind. Now, for something completely different.
Enough of this.
Let's talk about the 4060.
Oh, okay. Kind of different.
Yes. There were some leaks. Some Geekbench 6 leaks because, if it's not Ashes of the Singularity, it's probably Geekbench that's going to leak the hot new thing that's coming out. Although this one isn't particularly hot. It's the 4060. It comes in between the 3060 Ti and the 7600 on the Vulkan API, and between the 3060 Ti and the 3060 on the OpenCL API. So it's not surprising. It's $300 according to NVIDIA's official announcement. They were going to start at $299 for some truly last gen performance. When the 3050 came out, that was sort of like, okay, the 3050 was matching the performance of the 1080 in a bunch of games. The 1080 was faster in some, slower in others, but they kind of traded blows, which sort of justified the MSRP. Now they're releasing what is effectively a 3060 Super for $30 under the MSRP that the 3060 came out at, because that was a $330 MSRP card, which it never sold at that because GPU apocalypse during the pandemic. But it's not the worst, all things considered, but yeah, you're better off just buying the previous
literally anything else.
Just buy the previous like the 3060 Ti. Even if you buy one brand new, you can get it cheaper.
Send a message to NVIDIA that like, no, you actually have to like give us value.
I think they are. I mean, we were talking about that last week. They really have. NVIDIA has done a number shift. You know, you need to think of this as the 4050. And they have the 4050 Ti that's going to be coming out. And it's about as terrible as I was expecting. I had no hopes of the 4060 doing anything crazy. 17 to 18% in rasterization performance over a 3060. I have a 3060 right now. That doesn't sell me on anything. Hey, but then it's $100 cheaper. And
but you already have the thing, right? Like,
I already got the 3060. Like, what AV1 encoding? You know, I don't need that right now. If I needed that right now, maybe I could do some mental gymnastics, but it would still be a hard damn sell. And here's another thing. It's limited to 8 lanes in PCI Express 4.0. Maybe not a big deal, but you're thinking about this. This is a 4060. You're probably going to find these in more PCI Express 3.0 motherboards than you are 4.0. So that could be a problem. Something you need to keep in mind. And again, this thing's getting its head danced on by 3060 Ti, which we've covered each and every week for the past couple of weeks, that you can get for under $300 all day long on the used market. I just remember when these 60 series, even when I bought the 3060, when I bought the 3060, would at least, they would pretend, you know, within margin, within like less than 10%, match the previous generation's 70 series. So let this be very clear to you that this is a 4050. It is not a 4060. It's not anywhere. It's like
the Ti is like the real 4060. Yeah, bump everything up by like a fucking level. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's this not insignificant, because they pulled the numbers from the 4060 Ti all the way down to the 2060 for Geekbench 6, and you can see the jump of the 4060 Ti over the 3060 Ti is significant. This isn't really helping your case.
Yeah, at a 107, I mean, you know, we are seeing price drops from NVIDIA. And plus, we're also dealing with a shaky ass economy right now. But we got to think, like, the only thing that would even be remotely interesting would be the 4060 Ti with 16 gigs at $399. Because at $499, I'm not feeling it. Not at that performance level. So you give me a 16 gig 4060 Ti, $100 less than what you're asking for it, then we can talk. But outside of that, $300 for a 4060. I mean, you know what? If you're dealing with that low level of performance, you might as well just get one of those $180 Intel cards we were talking about last week.
right. Yeah.
Or just stick with an APU until something better comes down the pipe, because this ain't the something better you've been waiting on.
If you want like cheap performance at this point, yeah, the 3060 Ti, get a used one. They're very cheap. If you don't want to buy a used one, or you know for a fact that there probably have been mined on, the RX 6600 is, you can get those at least here for well under £200, and they will outperform anything else at that price range. So, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, got some bad news for you. Got to pull
Get
one
the bagpipes out.
That's right. Get us an amazing grace for SDL.
Yes, because SDL 2.2 or 2.280 is out, and this is the final release of SDL2. After this, it is going into maintenance mode because they want to shift all of their efforts over to SDL3. And I mean, the main differences between SDL2 and SDL3 we haven't really got into. I'm not super aware of them, but they're my understanding is it's more just continuation of the SDL2 work, just in under a new name. But they're also working on SDL2 compat, so that SDL2 stuff will run with SDL3 on the back end, which is also going to be really nice because now you can have a drop-in replacement. And now, and I think also that means that SDL compat will also bring your SDL 1.2 apps up to SDL3 on the back end, so that it doesn't just shut off random monitors when you try to play a game.
Hey, backwards compatibility.
Hey.
It's very good to have. Very good, especially
without
from
having to
SDL.
resort
You
to
know?
GameScope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the gaming show that actually talks about SDL. I mean, you're with the right people. You're people. So the only thing I saw Ryan talking about SDL3 earlier this week, and I couldn't help. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, the 2.0 getting depreciated, because we're already starting to see some code bloat in SDL3 audio subsystem. Because look at all those extra A's in there. How much space we can save? We can get everything across. Everything you need to say, Ryan, well, like 3 A's maximum. That'll work just the same.
But have you considered brains?
Just tighten that up a little bit. I'm gonna get an angry email Monday.
Send more paramedics.
ALVR sounds like something you get a license from the government for, doesn't it?
I was thinking more like Alver and the Chipmunks.
Alver, the Canadian version, Alver.
Alver and the Chipmunks, except it's in the Matrix. Yeah, this is ALVR. It's a fork of another project called ALVR, and it is for running VR content from your PC on your standalone VR device. If you have like an Oculus Quest or one of the HTC headsets,
one of the non-Steam Vives.
Yes. Yeah, one of the non-Steam Vives. They have their own like software. It all runs on Android on the back end. But if you want to use it with your PC, you can use ALVR. Uses I believe it uses LightPipe on the back end. But you can it's at the moment it supports the Quest 1, 2 Pro, the Pico 4, and the Neo 3, the Vive Focus X, and the XR Focus 3.
I like
that
they even give a Windows 7 XP a shout out just to say fuck off.
Nope, don't try it. One neat thing, this is done in Rust. There's an app image as well, although the guys say Linux support is very, very early, so the stuff you're going to get in the app image may not work. You may need to build this yourself, which means setting up the Rust build environment. They do have a new release out where they fixed the firewall script for Linux, so it will actually inject the firewall rules necessary, and so the thing will actually fucking work. Pedro,
yes,
you have been experimenting with your Ready Player One cosplay. How you tried this out? How'd this work?
I did, and I actually used the previous version 20. It wasn't good. People have been reporting a lot of success if you have an NVIDIA card and you've been streaming, because that's what it does. It just streams over to the headset. With NVIDIA, it seems to work a lot better. And with this version, the image corruption on AMD is actually fixed. Thank you. It's remotely usable now. The bitrate is still way too low.
Don't you
if you
feel
have an
that takes
AMD
like
card.
some of the like steampunk cyberdeck stuff out of it? Because every time you get like the VR anime and stuff like that, it's always glitchy and shit, right?
Yeah.
That was very much the case before this version release. But no, this one, they did in fact like the jitteriness when you're streaming, even when you're just sitting in the Steam VR like little house lobby that it has. Even if you weren't moving your head, it would still every now and then just everything would flicker and the bit rate would need to readjust. And the bit rate is really, really low, so everything is really artifacty and pixely. So yeah, it's improving though. They're doing a heck of a good job, considering that Facebook's never going to make that Quest 2 that's back there. They're never going to make that compatible with Linux with any
dude, my
release.
they're cutting down. My cousin's wife, or my cousin's husband rather, he was working with Meta at the VR in their VR division, and their shit's getting axed, man. Like it's not good. They moved to California, and now they have to move back to Israel. Like,
so thank you, genuinely thank you to the ALVR people. I don't know what kind of work God would do, but you're doing it. You really are.
We're getting close to that Sword Art Online reality where we can finally enter a romantic relationship with. I think it's his sister. Is that
yes,
that
just
the
get
twist?
our own harem of anime girls.
Blood relatives, yeah, something like that. Sword Arkansas Online. Anyways,
I'm good at remain blissfully ignorant on that shit. So let's talk about the Discord store? Question mark? No, this isn't the first time. Discord used to have a store. Remember when Discord sold video games?
They sold video games, yeah.
Briefly for like 9 months.
I had to bring that up to someone. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. No, I mean, you could go to the Discord store, buy some video games, and play it with the Discord overlay, which had Linux support, strangely enough. The overlay did, not the store.
Yeah, none of the games have Linux support.
Yeah. Discord is opening the monetization floodgates, so get ready for those microtransactions. Whoa! And paid exclusive memes?
What the fuck is an exclusive meme?
Fair fucking question, one might say. So, I read through this. This comes from PCGamer.com. Go check out our show notes after the fact. All this is going to be in there. So, media channels. That's the new thing that's coming. You know, what are they? Describe subscriber-only content for memes and wallpapers. Like, they're going to have tier templates. which is like subscription tiers with prices, just what you would expect for that, and
It's like
downloadables.
Patreon, Discord.
The
Yeah.
templates for them, one-time purchasable digital products for your subscriptions and server owners and all that. Then they're going to have server shops. That's where we get to this. A single home server for server owners to sell subscriptions and downloadables and premium roles. You can buy your way to the top.
Yeah, because you want to be in a channel where people can pay to be mods, right? That's
Yes.
that
I
is a
very
great way
much
to
look
ensure
forward to-
that the community moderation is the best quality one.
I don't know, man. So my first thought is like, this is terrible, but also followed by like, we don't use any of this stuff to begin with. So.
Yeah, and it's like, it's
we're old. We look at this, we're like, it's a chat program. Will you do the chats in it?
The long march to unshittification continues, and like, yeah, I'm kind of with you. As long as like they're not breaking regular chat, things will be fine for the interim. But tech companies are being extra fucking stupid these days, more stupid than usual, and boneheaded decisions left and right.
Venture capital's drying up, man. They got to turn profit. They got to justify their existence.
Absolutely. Like there's,
you know what?
What I look
AI,
forward to.
That's what you need. Discord AI. Then you'll get more money. Then you can continue.
So that's the thing. If all the users are AI, then you can inflate the numbers, and it looks like it's busy, but it's not.
Dude, I read a great article. The people being paid to train AI were using AI
to
feed back the.
Yeah,
Yep.
a lot. But that's the thing about a lot of this AI stuff is there's still a shit ton of human intervention, and a lot of it is just like basically digital sweatshops. Like, but back to Discord though. Like, I don't know. They've tried monetization before. I guess like when they were charging for like better audio quality and like stream quality and
Those
stuff
are
like
still
that.
things. I mean, you get better with Nitro.
But that makes sense, right? Like this is stuff that like directly improves the experience of Discord as a platform without harming the lower levels. But it's like Hulu, it's like Netflix introducing an ad tier or something, right? Where like once you start, they're thinking about doing
They
have now. Oh great, yeah.
The lowest tier is ad funded. Yes.
Remember what was the point of Netflix again, you guys?
You can pay more
what was
not
the point?
get ads.
Get off my lawn. It was because they send me DVDs. If I pressed a button on a computer, it was neat as hell.
Right, yeah. The whole point was not
and they
having
had
to watch
Cowboy
commercials.
Bebop.
Yep.
I'm genuinely looking forward to the inception levels of Discord piracy of all those exclusive memes on Discord. Just people sharing that stuff.
Well, I mean, you got to think like if you have like your emoticons or whatever, they would have to do some type of like content ID for them, right? Because if I see a funny thing, I'm like me. Because like look at our Discord, like our list of stuff. That's just me and fucking GIMP, man. Like,
and they already have like server restricted emojis and shit like that, right? So
yes,
yeah, you need like Nitro if you want to use like our stuff on other servers. I don't have control of that. That's like one of the Discords. But then again, that doesn't bother me as long as that has like chat, audio, video. I'm good with. But to the younger generation, this shit might be their equivalent. Of like, we want more of that. I have no idea. Every time I see this, to Jordan's point, is can we dial down like the exponential growth cycle with things? Like things always got to be more, got to be bigger, got to be better, in air quotes around that. It's usually just more till it butters out. And like, why can't more companies? I was thinking about this. This applies to fucking Reddit too. I was having this conversation earlier this week. What if Reddit had hit and just been more like fucking Craigslist, man? Like fucking Craig, right? Where he gets to a point and he's like, hey, we're good now. Like this is all we need to sustain ourselves. Let's not go crazy with it.
When the obligation though is not to provide a service but to provide value to shareholders though, like the ultimate goal isn't to provide something that's useful to us. The ultimate goal is to separate us from our money. So
yeah, you're not providing a service, you're providing value. And if you're not providing value, you get ditched.
But I don't know. Like the Reddit protests, they fizzled out. Like I'm disappointed in that. Like,
they got scared. Well, I mean,
the mods got threatened with their precious power, and they're like,
it's
no, we don't want to lose our moderation
status.
It's I mean, it's survival, man. I mean, is a shark evil because it eats things? No, it's just got to keep moving and eating to stay alive. Like that's the entity of like venture capital funded or publicly traded companies. It's what it's got to do, what the mechanism it is. That's what I'm saying. Like at some point, like with this fucking show on a very small level, like I don't want to fucking build out a studio and end up with like all this other bullshit you got to worry about. Just like keep it small, single focus, simple. It's not pretty. It's not great. We're never going to go Hollywood and never be mainstream, but there it is. Like Slashdot held onto that for a long fucking time. Reddit for a while, then they got sold to Condé Nast.
And then Condé Nast got absorbed by some other thing.
Hacker News has managed to keep that balance. I remember when we first heard about
Patreon was trying to pull this shit a couple years ago too, right? Like
Jack's fighting for that shit though. Jack has left fucking money from investors because he's not going to fucking have it. No, he's taking fucking money, but Patreon's managed to hold that balance. It's better than I thought it would, as far as it has.
They still, certainly better now, but like they still have to axle the adult content to do that.
And that we went over that. That's fucking payment
PayPal
process.
and MasterCard and the other.
That's I don't know, man. I would like to see something. There's always IRC, but there's always Matrix. I would like to have. I think it's just recently with all these combos, so like we're seeing things. It's time to be evil from too many places.
Well, it was the Web 2.0 thing of like, well, we're gonna take away the barrier for entry. Everyone can have a website. Everyone can have a blog. Everyone can like log on to these centralized services. But when those services start getting crappy, you're like, well, we kind of want to go to back to the defederated forums and IRC channels that weren't under that purview. They weren't explicitly profit driven. They were just trying to stay afloat.
Mm-hmm. And we do think about, remember when we first talked about Humble layoffs, and they laid off something like 70 people, to which I think all of us went, how are 70 people working at Humble? There's, do you follow the line of thought there? Like that smells of like inefficiency or over hiring.
Yeah, I mean, this is tech. There are a lot of people in management who should not be in management. There are people with management degrees, but it turns out that those management degrees don't actually teach you anything useful. So
I can
a lot of
library.
tech companies are very top heavy. There's a lot of people in directorial and managerial positions, and not a lot of people in the
not
actual,
a lot of doers.
Not a lot of people actually doing the work. So you start culling top.
Well, so the problem though is that top is sturdy. That bottom is an ever shifting like base of engineers who are getting overworked and burned out. That is the cycle. Right?
That's the turnover.
That's the rollover. Like, and as someone in industry, it's a big fucking problem. Stuff just can't get done because people are.
I guess I'm always fascinated by like what a small team can pull off, even competing against like giant Pedro, you're aware of Apogee, right?
Yes.
Audio interface makers, right? Pretty big ass company, right?
I would think. I'm not sure.
Well, the lady who founded it, she still has 30 employees. That's the entirety of Apogee.
Yeah, that's not terribly big.
And they dance toe to toe every fucking day with multi-billion-dollar fucking audio industry shit. Like, there's something to be said about a small, nimble, keeping it together team as a we got to do everything. Even what was it? Firefox, Mozilla having an office in Paris.
Yeah, Mozilla has
offices
some,
in all major capitals.
Yeah, the Toronto office. Yeah, they're Mozilla. I think Mozilla was riding high, and then Google Chrome came about, and they're like,
I don't know if you have any thoughts. We're not going to fix this in this segment. Maybe we'll fix it in another segment later on in like 3 minutes.
We'll fix it immediately afterwards.
World hunger. Once we're done knocking that out next week, we'll go ahead and revisit this. But leave us a comment on the YouTube video or send one in to the 8 Mail segment, which is coming up next.
Speaking of, up next, 8 Mail. Like you said, I don't know.
Nailed it.
Fuck, man. What do you want?
No,
from me?
no, you did what you were supposed to. You got in, you got out.
Sure is gonna be a hate mail segment up next.
I discovered something that worked in Firefox and nowhere else on yesterday. There was a Teams webinar that I was supposed to attend for work. Tried to join from the web version of Teams on Chrome. Couldn't do it. Tried to join from the actual Teams client on Windows. Couldn't do it. Just pasted the link on Firefox on Linux. Like, oh, it works. All right, cool.
So you have like less JavaScript ad blocky stuff in Firefox?
No, it has more.
Maybe that was it.
Because I have the when Teams is loaded, the uBlock origin and I don't care about cookies and all of the others, those are disabled. Just so there's no excuse. Okay, you just work as you're supposed to. But no, just work just fine in Firefox and nowhere else.
I always get a nice little chortle when I see like uBlock with this number on it. Because you know what that page is, Pedro?
That's Google Docs.
Yes.
Yeah, mine says over 1K. So
Just chilling out. I'm like, no, you cannot has. I think we're all on Chrome. I mean, we get around Jitsi server, but
I'm on Firefox.
You're on Firefox. All right.
Chrome. I rotate depending on what Jitsi is liking at the time. Currently, Chrome Beta seems to be what it likes, but sometimes.
Oh, Jitsi is on Chromium.
Yeah. I
thought we were talking.
No, we're talking about like our Jit.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about Jitsi. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Jitsi.
Yeah.
Jitsi, yeah, that's Chromium. It's the only thing that Chromium runs is Jitsi.
Yeah, Jitsi's a little temperamental sometimes. It's like there's no reason why it's like busting you down to 720p. It's like, oh, it just doesn't like you today. Try a different browser.
Well, this one's going to aim for 720p. Just because like bandwidth restrictions. Firefox is good, but
yeah,
like I would really like to see Mozilla like focus on their core product, which is a web browser.
Yes, make the web browser good.
Remember that it exists. Show it some love.
Don't run experiments without fucking telling people.
How about ads? Can do that. Don't say no.
No, if you're going to advertise your VPN, don't fucking do it.
Oopsie. That was a fun bug report to read. A takeover
Don't
page.
do it like that. There are many other ways.
And I really wish Mozilla had some swing because, like, we're like, it still sucks that we live in the era of EME encrypted content on the web, where like you lose control of your shit because you're streaming widevine video from Netflix. There's that fucking blog post. You wouldn't illegally reverse engineer libc.so to support 16K pages so that you can legally watch 720p Netflix on your MacBook, right? This is the level of like stupidity we're at, and like without a strong like open source standards champion of web tech in that conversation, we're just gonna get more and more of this shit.
And especially when you have Chrome with as much market share as it does, and Firefox having none, effectively.
Yeah, like it's bad news for the health of the web. It was really bad when everything was built for Internet Explorer 6. It's really bad when everything is built for Chrome. We need a neutral standard in place so that we can have interoperability and let the web exist as we know and love it.
It was I mean, we've seen this. Like, this has all happened before and will happen again. I mean, this is the IE4 days of, like, that's what Chrome is approaching. You know, we're going to get Active G in a minute.
I think we're already there, kind of.
Well, they do have their own infrastructure to do that. It's called Chromebooks.
That's it. And I think what really, like, irritates a lot of us is we watched Firefox start from nothing and, like, dominate the market, then squander it.
rested on their laurels and
Yeah,
instead
got
of
bloated,
pushing
nasty.
the needle forward.
Slow.
Yeah.
So fucking slow, Firefox.
Now it's great, but like it took them a minute to like get their shit together.
Took a while. Yeah.
But it goes back to this whole competition thing, right? Like we were talking about player 3. This is what happens when you have someone sit at the top for too long. They get lazy and complacent, and someone else can come in and eat their lunch. Now, Google isn't the small agile team compared to Mozilla, but
Google's funding Mozilla.
but they dedicated the time and the resources, and they did all this back channel skunkwork shit to like implement all the deprecated shit that Mozilla has taken out, so that pages run like shit on Firefox but run great in Chrome because they're running the old version of the standard. Ugh. I'm
And
just gonna
you
go
can
live in
tell
the
that
woods.
especially if you are dealing with like an old system like a netbook. You install Chrome and you try to load a page, it loads slowly, but it loads in like 5 seconds. You do that on Firefox and you're waiting for 20 seconds before things start populating.
I still remember why I switched to the initial version of Chrome from Firefox, because we were just using Firefox at the time. You know, it was the fashion with onions on our belts. On Linux, to tell you how long ago this was, is you couldn't scroll MySpace pages in Firefox. We had a single core CPU at the time. Like, dual core was just around the corner, but you'd scroll and it was like this. Then this Chrome beta came out. I'm like, all right, didn't have any plugins, didn't have any extensions. Just night and day. Like, you know, that was enough to sell me right there, because what do I care about speed?
And that is still the, at least for me, as the major complaint about Firefox, because yes, on this box with the 5800X 3D, yeah, I'm running Firefox all the time. On a laptop, yeah, no, sorry, I care about my battery life, and Firefox is not good for that.
Nom, 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 nom. The, and then we got like Google Lighthouse page ranking system, man, is to blame for how many sites do you go to that you go to click on something, then the other shit pops in? Because everything's been front-loaded to optimize speed rendering time, because your placement in the Google search box engine is based on, like, that's factored in by Lighthouse. I'm guilty of it. That's go LinuxGameCast.com.
Well, I mean, you got to play the game, right? Like
Yeah. I do it
that's
as
kinda
little
it.
as fucking possible, but I mean, yeah, like if you hit a video page, you're gonna see that shift. Cumulative shift is what they call it. Ah, man. Yeah, let's just go back to using Conqueror.
Gnome's Epiphany browser, or just Gnome Web as they want it to be called. That's a genuinely good browser now. Good job, Gnome. Good job.
Oh my god, Pedro saying something nice about GNOME? Have you been replaced by a pod person?
Now, there's a few things I like about the GNOME project, which is GNOME Disks, Epiphany, and
GNOME
the GNOME firmware.
I like GNOME System Monitor. Because when I want to be lazy and I just want to take out a swath of something, Steam. Like, that's a nice little
you want to fork
GUI.
all the child processes?
Like, let's just shift. All right, kill.
Yeah, that's always great. It's like, what's using all my memory? Oh, you have all these child processes. Are you going to tell me what's using what? No? All right, great.
Hey, man, sometimes, you know, GUIs get shit done. GNOME Disk, yeah. I'll fight you over GNOME Disk.
GNOME Disks is just good.
It works. I need to make a
Partition,
thumb
whatever.
drive, partition, benchmark something real quick. Just check it out. It's got it all built in. I like it.
Yeah, honestly, when did I start daily driving GNOME? I guess it was Fedora. Which Fedora is this guy on? 37, I think.
Cat proc.
The cat
release
/
37.
etc. / star release.
Yeah, 37. Yeah, so I guess I've been daily driving GNOME since 37 came out, and honestly, like, I got zero issues. The one thing that kind of cheesed me was in jumping between GNOME versions, they moved the dock from the side to the bottom, but that's an easy fix.
Don't worry, just wait it out. They'll move it again.
Yeah.
I mean, for all the good stuff, I mean, what I'll say about GNOME is the byproduct of when you have a bunch of designers. What are they going to do? They're going to design.
And they're going to force that design down people's throats.
Okay, now there's one thing I will say about the GNOME project that I'm not a fan of is like there will be no dissent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really need to focus on making their API stable, because like even jumping between GNOME versions, like, oh, a bunch of these extensions don't work anymore. Oh, there's a fork that has updated this until the main project catches up, and it's like, but why? You can API versioning exists. Mm-hmm. You can communicate these things like. But as a piece of software that I have been using to like get shit done for like the past 6 months or so, yeah, zero complaints.
Which is good. For the last 20 years, I've been using XFCE.
Yeah.
Why? Because to get shit done, that's what I need. Bare minimum.
If you want that kind of desktop paradigm and you don't want to even be given the option to change anything because you know you will and you can't help yourself, then yeah, GNOME's really good for that.
Well, we need to all start running together. We need to start. We talked about this on Wednesday. Come watch our Wednesday show, Weekly Daily Wednesdays. That is this guy, the not so common. Let's bring back CDE.
Oh God, it's so ugly.
Look at it. It's glorious. So pretty.
They could have made the colors, give the colors a bit more of a modern scheme.
No,
let's go with the pastels.
That beige, man. Like people would be mad if you didn't give them beige. It's got to look like the inside of an old Buick, or it's useless.
Yeah, that's too much, right? Like XFC strikes the balance of like minimal as I want it and still being like a functional desktop manager.
It is still a modern desktop, yes.
Yeah. Booted to the login screen. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I've been struggling though with KDE on Steam Deck desktop mode.
A little too whiz bang for you.
It's too Windowsy, and I've like avoided using Windows for so long that like the notion of having to go to the bottom left-hand corner to hit the menu doesn't sit right with me. Mm. It's pure, like, there's no technical thing. It's purely feels. But like I'm not gonna pretend that it is like some highly enlightened thing. I just don't like it.
I moved the paddle on KDE to the top, and I rarely move the mouse all the way to the menu. I just hit the Windows key.
On your Steam Deck?
I mean, on the Steam Deck, it's a touchscreen anyway, so you can just tap it.
The keyboard I use for the Steam Deck is underneath the couch cushion at the moment.
What did it do?
It fell behind the couch cushion because I put it on top of the couch to...
I thought it was being punished.
No. No, that's what the garage is for.
16 color mode. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Did you see the...
What's a Rofi type launcher?
Rofi beats to chill and study to?
Rofi. So Rofi. No, let's not go there.
I posted a video. Somebody's remade Myst on the 2600.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it fucking plays too. And I was like, okay, this only works.
It is one hell of a DMIC though. Like,
okay. My only thought to that was like, this only works if you played Myst and your brain can fill in the fucking blanks.
If you know what you're supposed to be looking at, yeah. Otherwise, like, this is it's pretty minimal, man. Like,
slow load. Let's you type an app name to launch it.
So literally every launcher of every desktop environment currently?
Alt F2?
Alt F2 on XFCE, yeah.
Yeah, or if you have Whisker menu set up on XFCE, you just open the menu and start typing?
I mean, yeah, it's on GNOME, it's the super key.
Yeah?
But, yeah.
On KDE, it's the super key to open the menu? Yeah.
I don't know what the super key does on XFCE, and I'm going to keep it that way.
It's unassigned,
by default, it doesn't do anything.
I had it set up to when you hit it, it would move like the windows if you just clicked anywhere in the window. as opposed to having to
okay.
like grab the taskbar. You can just do like the window select and move.
See, I got to be careful because like I have a Windows button on one side of this keyboard, and I got something that's fuck all I don't know between the old control and this other one.
Actually, mine
it's
are
the menu button.
Okay,
It's
Actually-
a right-click button.
I completely forgot that I replaced the super keys. They have the little XFCE mouse on mine
traitor.
instead of the yeah. I got Arch ones as well. They didn't have Fedora ones, but it's like they had a
If you
bunch of
have
Arch.
whisker menu set up, Mir.
Yeah.
If you have
But-
the old style menu, it doesn't.
And the only reason I got the Arch ones is because it's like, fuck, these things are like 15 cents. I don't want to pay like $15 of shipping.
It's the shipping, right? It's like, all right, we got to make this worthwhile.
I gotta justify this to myself, right? Like,
Yep. I got that same problem, but it's ordering electronic components, man. It's like, do I need 1,000 of these fucking resistors?
especially if you're doing like the AliExpress or like the Wish.com, where it's like, this is gonna take a while. So like, I kind of want the big box of stuff. I don't want to wait for like. I don't want to wait. Sorry, I had to.
Wish.com. It's like AliExpress without the warranty.
Yes.
All right, let's get some drinks, do some hate mail. Have we come up to any thoughts about what we want to play in the after show?
I was gonna throw out pointing heads. That looks fun.
All right, we'll try pointy ends here. Let me go ahead and drop that in Discord. So if you want to try it out, it's currently part of Steam Next Fest. That doesn't cost anything, and you know we do the thing in the after shows, and so you can pop into Discord and come hang out with us and try it out if you want. Let me go get something to drink. Come back. We'll do the hate mail, put a bow on it, and we'll fuck around for a little bit.
I don't want to wait for my trap. Keep it to the older.
Okay, so I looked up a screenshot of Rofi, and that's literally one of the options for main menus in KDE out of the box is the full screen menus, like what's it called? Show me alternatives. Application board, which just gives you a menu in full screen, and you can get the KDE drawer as one of the third-party ones. But yeah, that it does offer that out of the box as well.
Does it require a VR headset? I don't know.
Yeah, I did point that out. That
like-
the video was all VR.
Oh, requires a virtually. Okay, never mind. Then that gets disqualified. Damn, I thought it was like VR optional. Oh. There is clearly a thing though. It turns out I didn't read. Reading is hard, as I often say. Pedro has VR. He can play it though.
I
guess
could, but I don't want to because it's not a very good experience at this point.
You don't have a choice, sir. It's
Are
not.
we
It's not
playing
about.
meatball?
It's not about you having fun. It's about the rest of the audience having fun.
It wouldn't be fun for them either.
That's what you think.
If you have an HTC Vive, like the one that was actually the head-mounted display with that they worked on with Valve, and the Index, those are great. That's the best VR experience you can get on Linux. Those, like the Quest 2 and the other Vives, like the standalone ones, oh shit. Those are real fucking shit. Like those, like the Quest 2, for example, those are relatively accessible. It's $300 for the headset and the two little controller ABUs.
Metaverse is never going to become a thing. Dan Olson, he did that big documentary on NFTs. He recently released another one. The Future is a Dead Mall. And it basically, like, he brings up a very good point about, like, the nature of virtual reality. And that, like, oh, this notion of I go to this place and I walk to the store and I browse through the things in virtual reality is really cool if you're, like, in a movie or in, like, a book or a
Ready
story.
Player One.
Yeah, but in reality, It's the worst parts about walking through a store and trying to find something combined with the worst parts of trying to shop online. Well, it's so much better to just scroll through a list of stuff that you can easily search and filter through.
Yeah, Control F, search for the name of the thing. There, done.
Yeah, VR can never have that. Never. It's never going to be as simple as that. And so it's not going to work. It's not metaverse will just straight up not work. Just by virtue of like interacting with a web page is just easier. Is 100% more easier and like accessible.
You've clearly not seen Apple's VR headset.
I want someone to hijack the front-facing display so that it just shows porn to everyone else in the room.
Oh, that type of accessible. All right, yeah.
Yeah, anyone can fucking look at a web page, man.
Hey, man, do you really need 2 kidneys?
No, not really.
You know, at $3,500, I'm like, that's a dev kit.
Yep. Do you do the fucking upright citizens brigade? You don't really need your brain. Ever since I got my brain removed, I've been more dynamic. Life has been going good for me. Everything is better. You just need to get your brain removed.
I still want to make like a Pro Thunderball game.
I guess it's just Blood Bowl, right?
There's got to be a way to like legitimately turn that into a game.
Fast cars and gorgeous honeys.
Glass balls. Gun circle. I mean,
yeah. Okay, yeah, the car that roams the fields.
7th inning, yes.
Where was I typing? Oh God.
What was I typing? Yeah, so, what is it? Pointy Ends does require VR, so I guess we're playing Meatball.
All right, we'll try Meatball.
Meatball! Why are there 2 end-user license agreements for the fucking demo?
I don't know, because you...
Shut up and click accept.
Don't
you want to be part of the human centipede?
Both your kidneys?
Don't you want to have your mouth stitched to the ass of another person? And have another person's mouth stitched to your ass?
The human centipede. So we're going to try Metaball then, which is going to be basketball on hoverboards, which sounds right up our fucking alley, let's be honest.
It's totally not Rocket League because it's not cars, it's skateboards, you guys.
All right. Let's...
Bucket Play, Inc. Terms of Service. I guess they have a separate one for the online service as opposed to the...
Whatever.
What about the car game?
I mean, the way I click through EULAs these days is somebody knocks on my door and they're like, hey, yo,
Stunt Derby.
Give us your brown coffee mug. And I'm like, fuck. Like, yep, it was in the EULA. You clicked. I'm like, probably. Here's my coffee mug. Bye.
I guess Stunt Derby... We could try both, right? Like, there's nothing stopping us from playing 2 games.
Yeah.
There is a law. Only one game can be played per stream.
There can be only one.
Yeah.
Born to be kings.
Like fucking Christopher Lambert just like fucking kicks down the door, chops her head off with the fucking katana. Is like, there can be only one.
See, listen, there's the VR game right there, right?
Yeah, Highlander, the VR game. Right? Come on, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, just blast Queen the entire time. That shit would be great. Who wants to live forever? Swinging the sword around? Yes.
Yeah, let's just do it.
No, I'm just going to swing a sword around singing Queen. I don't need a video game.
That's it. It's like Beat Saber by itself, but nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. Every now and then you get Bisnorted from the sky. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our latest Steam attachment is the shock collar for the quickening. Don't worry, though. It only cripples you for a little bit. Most people have reported no long-term effects.
Mm-hmm.
Only one person survived to actually file a report, though, so...
Mm-hmm. 3 people now claim to be immortal, so worth the gamble.
But they're dead, so...
All right, let's go. Oh. Click. Click. Let's make sure. Recording at 50 megabytes a second. All right. Yeah, I was seeing how high I could crank this thing into 4K recording using HEVC. I'd get up to about 51 megabits before it's like, get out of here with it.
Okay, now it finished downloading the demo, but now I can't help but read it as meatball now, so I just read meatball.
It's meatball.
It's meatball now.
All meatball. All right, everyone. We're going to do the hate mail. We got 2 little bits. Speaking of keys.
Little bits.
Got that. All right.
Some fucking shit, you stupid bitch. Little bits.
Yeah. All right. That's working. Good. On the right screen. Do I get everything I need? I got a credits button. We're good to go. In 3, 2.
You can tell it's the hate mail. Well, I can tell it's the hate mail because the birds are chirping outside.
Bird.
So, yeah.
The birds are singing. The sun is shining. So much
The
heat.
sun is certainly coming up by this time.
Crashing.
So,
Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. Eep.
Eep.
Galileo Figaro. Anyway, if you'd like to let us know
DMCA.
It's fun to stay at the DMCA.
If you'd like to let us know just how late you stay up listening to this or the fully unedited version, please do so. Go to LinuxGameCast.com, hit the contact button, fill out the form. You can also leave us a comment on said 4 or 5 hour long video on YouTube once it shows up on the
Is that
live
skeleton
and
gonna
uncut.
stab that penguin? I don't know.
Man, I thought that was a
Watch
good
it and
screenshot.
find out.
That's the game we played. Me and Jordan and Mir. Myth Force, go check it out. Yeah, contact.
And Joel, whoever Joel was.
And Joel popped in for the last minute. I've updated some things. If you got some questions, hence allegations, things left unsaid. If you want to come on the show, you want to be on this show, you want to talk about your game, some project you're working on. If you want to be on Weekly Daily Wednesdays, tell us about your open source project. Do it. Again, if you get a crowdfunding campaign, make sure you got something working on Linux that we can get our hands and our pinky toes on. And of course, Spam Golem will curb check you if you try to send us a press release. So there is an email address that, you can't copy and paste because I'm a dick.
So you put a picture? How dare you?
Oops.
You know what? I mean,
The bots can OCR now. There's no
I know
escape.
they can. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm just like, work for it.
Yeah, if you can get through it, you deserve it.
Right. Coming up first is something. We got this as a YouTube comment, and this is from Yummy Bear Blue, which is always a little heartfelt love when we see somebody. It's like I'm new. It's like I just discovered you guys. Keep up the great work! Exclamation point. Love the vibe between you guys. To which I'll say, fuck both y'all.
Vibes like a Hitachi magic wand. Squirt, squirt.
Vibe.
I don't know. I'm just kind of here. Sometimes I'm not even paying attention half the time. So, all right, I'll
I mean,
take
it's better than when you didn't remember what you were doing.
Yeah, the
During the show, I remembered it was the next day that I'm like, I don't remember doing like 3/4 of the show.
You just black out and the podcast gets made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's autopilot, man. No, glad you like the show. We're just us. Not everybody's cup of chainsaw, turns out, but hey, we say what we think. And that's kind of it. We're not sparkly.
I'm sparkly. What are you talking about?
You can be sparkly. We're just going to cover you in glitter and
Glitterati sparkle face.
put some heat lamps on you.
Yeah.
It's going to be the weirdest Saw movie.
Yeah, especially because I'm Jigsaw. Like, they're doing this to me. What am I doing to the other people?
Sparkly Jigsaw.
You want to play a game?
I'm a vampire now. Would you like to play a vampire game?
Get away from me, Sparkly Jigsaw.
No.
Really annoying. There was
Edward, no.
Yes, call me Edward.
Put your hand in the bear trap, Bella. Free yourself.
I'm not
I mean,
Bella.
that's basically Twilight.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep calling you Bella. It's like, I'm not Bella, I'm Sookie. Bella.
Bill, Vampire Bill, that's the best you got.
Sucka.
You wake up with like one
Belly.
of those cheap cardboard mask cutouts.
This is just like black and white on printer paper.
Oh
Man.
yeah,
Not
like
even-
no work's gotta do it whatsoever. If you're looking for something, this is like kind of classic because it's over a decade old now. Is roommates with Jigsaw? There was a
yeah. Replaced all the toilet paper with duct
would you
tape.
like to play the game? And it's like, come on, man, again. Yeah,
You can do the dishes? No.
go check it out. So apparently, I think I said anybody who uses like something other than WASD to control an FPS is just what they are, a serial killer.
I brought this up because there was a shooter we were talking about. I forget the name, but it was on itch, and it used ESDF, and I was like, come on, people, we've settled this. But Bruce Manji has different opinions. He says, I play ESDF since QWTF, Quake World Team Fortress, easier to find in the dark because of the nub on the F key. You
Okay.
also have
I've just confirmed I have a nub on my F key.
yes, the F and the J
all
key
do.
have them.
Tastes a bit shit though.
Yeah. You also have more keys around the left hand to bind, and it works perfectly with 10-finger typing. Nowadays, I use a modified Belkin Nostromo N52 TE, so I don't care about what keys the game uses. Smiley face. Footnote, changed it to mechanical keys instead of, I guess, membrane keys, or I don't know what the base model has.
Is that a keyboard?
I guess.
It's one of those game.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's one
for
of these
yes.
fuckers.
Wait, it's
Okay.
also a flamingo.
It's also
Fuck
a printer
yes.
cartridge. You can plug it into your printer and print things.
Okay, we get to see what this thing is.
Yeah, this is the one-handed keyboard.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have one of those, then you just bind whatever the fuck you want to
Even
whatever
as a
key you
left-handed
want.
person, I'm looking at that. It's like I'd rather have that for my right hand for some reason. I don't know.
That's the thing. That wouldn't work on my right hand, and if I was using one of those on my left hand, it would leave me very, very limited.
It's got RGBs though, man. You can compensate for your lead
You can get the
skills.
Razer one that's more expensive and it has more RGBs. But no,
this one is modified to be extra clicky. Okay.
What the absolute hell? All right.
I just wish
are you
more
down
games
the
came with
Amazon.com rabbit hole?
the cursor keys bound by default, but that's just me.
I'm disappointed because I wanted to see what this N52 thing is because this is like whatevs, the controller. But
The mouse controller hybrid? What?
it just goes back to this, like
oh.
the Tartarus V2. That at least has like a little Amy pad thing on it. Let's check it out. All right.
Got a scroll wheel.
I mean,
Like I said, the Razer one has more blinkies.
but I mean, is it really worth the extra FPS? So this is a whole category. I'm learning shit today, everybody.
Yeah, these one-handed gamer keyboards. I guess they're.
Get wrecked. This one's got a screen on it. It's $700.
This one, it's $700. That's why.
I'm guessing this is like out of production.
Are there reviews? What?
Okay, fine,
What are people saying about? What does the 1-star review
I
say?
play a lot of FPS on my PlayStation 4. Oh shit! This is
So you're
rough.
cheating. Okay, right on, cheater.
Oh man, can we go? Well, his name's Shenanigans, so all right.
Shenanigans. Fair.
My husband loves this gamepad. It's the second
That's a
one.
fake ass review.
Yeah.
His first 3 years won't be satisfied with any other. I'm very happy.
Not even with me. I'm very disappointed in
Easy
our
to
marriage.
program. Oh, unserviceable. Gaming peripheral. Don't buy. So apparently this thing's breaks. You get
Breaks
wrecks.
on Win 10.
Well, that's why you got to use a Win 11 or 13.
Yeah, you gotta use Lindos.
Dude. Yeah, I've never been in, I've absolutely like looked at, because those have been out forever, man. Like the one-handed, like we're talking like mid 2000s. I remember the first time I saw one. I think it was built for like World of Warcraft or some shit like that. It was some Blizzard.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was one that had like different overlays as well, so you could like and like the games would have like support. But I think that may have also been like a full-size keyboard. I want to say.
Okay.
But they were like physical cards you would put over the keys that like had different macros and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, those all come with usually the extra buttons on the thumb area for the macros and whatnot.
I guess I'll just stick with my controller keyboard. That's just like too fancy for me, man.
See, you got to use the GameCube Wavebird, the fucking the long ass controller keyboard. That's the real way to go about doing this.
Oh, the PS3 prototype controller.
No,
that was like long.
The Batarang, you mean? No, I'm talking about the GameCube controller, the one with like the full keyboard for Phantasy Star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or the keyboard attachment for the Dreamcast controller.
Yeah.
I still want to fuse some Steam Deck controllers on the side of like an ultra wide 42-inch monitor.
Oh, like the oversized red and blue Switch.
Yeah, I want you to go like full anteater pose to have to fucking play the thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never happen. A boy can dream. Ladies and gentlemen, on that crushed fantasy, let's cue the music. You can always find this Nightmare Train pulling out of the station 8:30 right here on Twitch Live. Come join us. Hop on our Discord, hop on our Twitch now, hop in our IRC. Make sure you do it early because sometimes we might need to restart the bridge to chat to everyone. Social media, I does it occasionally. I'm still on the Twitters. Vin Stone, I'm over there. If you want to reply me, click on stars and shit, I'm down. Federated stuff, mast.linuxgamecast.com. If you're into Mastodon, I'm just at Vin on that little instance, being my adorable little self.
I'm Jordan. I'm here to crush all your fantasies. You can have me sit on you on Twitter at The Burning Fool, or on Mastodon at Frojo at mast.linuxgamecast.com, or twitch.tv/burningfool.
And you can at me on Twitter. That's at an account at 4FOUR. Yeah, just that's the one that I am any shade of active in. You can also add me on Discord now. It's just unaccounted for with the actual number 4 at the end, I suppose. Yeah.
You can subscribe to him in Discord.
Yeah.
And get exclusive Pedro memes.
I'm going to need to make my own server then.
Yeah.
Exclusive Peems.
Do it. Bring me the 2FA. I'll do it for you, man. Come on. How about some credits, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah. Slop.
It's like a bulldog eating mayonnaise.
Yeah. Oh man, it's time for those credits to go off into space. I wonder if like one point in the future, like millions of years from now, they're just going to collide into a planet and destroy them. We've got to thank our advisors, Omegas and Artheron, our executive producers, Bob Ramp, Scott Michaud, Atomicast, Mike G, drummer Pebble, Tomasz Hakim, David and Eship, and our Little Nicky fans.
Plenty of Chicago's, plenty of kicks, couple of asses.
GEN Blasphemy.
Got plenty of sea monsters as well. Let's see. We got Justin, DSN Joe, we got
Owie, Trudgy,
Krylo,
Artanuda,
some Death Notes. I need some better spacing on those Death Notes.
Dancing Joe, Ogie1, and Kyrilo.
Got Foxy, Oil of Hope, Aromatic Dev, Doom 2 Wad, Gameatron,
Benjamin,
Dodger,
Dirty Dean, Stephen B, and Doom 2
and then we got all these
Wad.
cheerlings. These cheerlings, they might be small, but they are
like
legion.
North Ranger. Thank you very much,
all
North
of your
Ranger.
ankles off.
And Ross Moata. And Belric. No, I think it's Belric.
Monica, Oil of Hope,
I think
Jim,
the R and the L are
Unoid.
You were helping out
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia in Discord earlier.
Yeah,
yesterday,
Euthanasia. Yeah, he's giving me shit about something I don't remember about anymore.
Pedro was being helpful. That's what struck me as odd.
That's
That
very
was
rare.
Kind of jarring. Hey, Kai, I got you on the list, man. Only took 3 weeks.
You did it.
Yeah. Yay.
Give his YouTube a plug. He deserves it.
Yes,
yes.
He sings. He makes music. He's a very talented person.
You can find a link in the PreSonus 24 station video description. I don't know exactly. You need to get a custom RSL or URL, my man. Do it. Because it's like Google look up numbers. Bad if I heard one. We'll see you next week.
Okay, Mir, since you kept adding me during the segment there.
He wanted attention. That's how he gets attention. Because you'll bite every single fucking time. Look at you.
I'm gonna read. Let's see. The Belkin one is a Razer designed product for Belkin, and then you post the Wikipedia article that says the Nostromo is a USB video game controller designed by Belkin.
Totally different. How dare you point out obvious things that require reading. Hey, did you see
Was that really
Metalocalypse,
necessary?
trailer?
The what apocalypse?
Metalocalypse trailer?
Yes, I did. I posted it.
I didn't see you post.
Oh, no, I think I posted the new song. The new song.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
the trailer for the upcoming album.
Yeah. It looks good. I guess I need to get caught up on Metalocalypse.
I was having that debate. I'm like, you know what? I might just watch it from where we're at. Because, it's been a minute since I've watched Metalocalypse.
I mean, they're not long episodes either. They're all like pretty short. So like you can get through like all 3 seasons in like an afternoon.
Okay, Killer Otaku Robots. In that case, how is it? Does it justify the $700?
Hey, man, that thing might blink like a motherfucker.
Okay, you bought it for 15 off a thrift store. Okay, all right.
There. Done.
Yeah.
Changes the dynamics, doesn't it?
Well, someone didn't think it was worth $700 because they.
I don't ever find anything cool like that at the thrift store. Never, not once.
No. I found a figurine once that I should have bought. It was one of the limited edition Eagle Moss Rocinantes from The Expanse, and I'm like, what the fuck is this doing here? Should I buy it? Nah.
Oh, then you got that problem, right? I'm like, do I need this? I'm like, shut up, brain. Just buy the damn thing.
You mean the Ishimura?
The what?
Wasn't it the Martian name of that ship?
It was the Tachi, Pedro.
Oh, the Tachi. Which one was the Ishimura?
I don't know what the fuck the Ishimura is.
I don't know. It's probably a spaceship from a fucking sci-fi
Space
thing.
battleship? Yamato? I don't know.
Oh, it's from Dead Space, right? Different setting.
Okay.
It had space in the title. I mean, come on, give yourself a point for space. All right, everyone. We are going to light up the after shows.
Yes.
No, we need to get over to 2-4 shot, guys. Look at that. That's Debian 10.
Oh, it's ancient, man. What the fuck?
Hey, man, it's still
That's
getting
multiple
security
stable
updates.
versions behind.
Yeah, like you can tell what version of Debbie it is by the shade of blue.
Yes.
All right, so if you're listening to us live, we'll be in the after shows and Discord if you want to just continue listening or if you'd like to come participate.
Yes. Talk to us. Tell us your name. Talk to me. Tell me your name. I don't know the rest of the words except she bangs. She bangs. Oh, baby.
All right. Come on, Discord, do your thing. Boom.
Say the thing, Discord.
Ah. All right. Let me give you guys
I wonder how well the poker thing in Discord works. That might be fun.
I suck at poker too much.
I
Like,
mean, I don't think
know
any of us are good at pokers.
I know I will
I
suck
get
even
bored
worse
with
if there's
poker.
no money involved either. It's like, speaking of like Upright Citizens Brigade where he had the chess thing tied to his heart.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with poker to keep me interested. I'm like, I gotta have some stakes into this or I'm not gonna pay any attention to it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I think they have a wheel built into it, don't they?
They have a couple things.
Let me see. We'll get you some audio in a second. Guest AJLGC. Let's light that up. All right. They should be getting our audio. Alan, are we getting audio?
In space, can we hear you in space?
Maybe they're not. Let me see. Did nobody say anything? So it's our audience. They could just straight up be fucking with us. So that is a non-zero chance there. Let me check something. Doop-de-doo.
Yeah, no, if there was a G13 for £15, I might consider it, but the cheapest one on eBay is 30. So, no.
All right, they should be getting audio going out to them. That's all connected correctly. Wow, what did I click on? What the hell's that?
Hey, DJ.
This is really
Hey,
hard because
DJ.
I have like a 34 millisecond video delay just to sync, to sync with the streaming box. So using the mouse is like using a remote login type shit. Okay, I'm trying to get a pulse audio. Hello. Yeah. So they should be getting audio. They're just not saying anything?
Is the recording stream muted for whatever? Oh wait, it's hold on, it's still saying connecting.
Oh. Where? Oh,
DTLS
DTLS connecting.
So that might be it.
All right.
DTLS connecting.
What the fuck's that mean?
Do you maybe need to update your Chrome on here?
Chrome would be reasonably up to date. Like, I was just using this last night, too. So.
All right, so how do we fix completely close Discord and restart?
It's the browser version, though.
Yeah, I realize that it's not a helpful suggestion. I'm just reading what's on the screen. Can be stuck by your internet connection or proxy servers. To not use a proxy server. This is behind the MikroTik, right?
It is.
Maybe something to do with that? Question mark. That this is not a definitive anything. This is me collating shit off Google. What is it using for DNS? If you cat like etcresolve.conf.
Oh, this is Jimmy Klepler. Yeah, Klepler.
Google. Try Google, I guess. It.
Yep.
Or Quad 9. What's the IP address? 9999.
Yep, right.
As we found out, it's like, oh, well, that's a little too obvious, isn't it?
But can we just get to like regular sites? Yeah.
Yeah, seems fine.
Oh, I'm just gonna close the browser. No, well, I already tried that.
Oh well, you just changed the DNS, so you're gonna have to. It's Chrome will cache it otherwise.
Fuck off. Does that button not work? Control Shift Delete. Clears history. I don't think
Cookies and site data, but that signs you out. You want to stay in.
Yeah.
But like the DNS cache should be dead now that the process got restarted. We'll see.
So let me just check something right quick. That's
okay.
it.
Oh, so it's something in here maybe?
Edit channel. It might be location. Region automatic.
Russia.
Let's go for US East.
Was exciting. Yeah.
All right,
There we go.
Oh.
I hear them.
We doodled
Can they
it.
hear us?
Yep.
Nope.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, let me give you Nutters some video.
He can sense our voices. Yeah.
I
Really,
can
he
smell
can't hear
you.
us, but he can hear our thoughts.
You all
He's not lying.
All right. Where are we at? 2-4 shot. There we go. Yay! We did it, science. Yeah, when in doubt with stuff like that, just usually auto's the best. Like strangely enough, you would think like setting it to your local would give you the best. At least I can speak for audio quality. It's usually auto. Let Discord sort it out. But when in doubt,
switch it.
When in doubt, don't.
yeah. Ignore what I said. When in doubt. In that order.
Whoa.
What'd you?
I plugged in a controller.
Neat.
I didn't like that.
Oh, it liked it. It very much likes the built-in sound card on those controllers.
Why not? Okay, so this box, the streaming box, and this audio box all running Debian 12. That box is running Debian 10. That's why. Because this box is cool. It's old school. It's my vintage Discord. There's no rhyme or reason. It's because I felt like upgrading it. Same reason our Jitsi server is running Debian 10.
Hey, that's better.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, reinitialized the webcam, so it's like it loaded the default UVC settings. I just had to do the thingy again. Well, I mean, Debian is you use Debian because you don't want to fuck around, right?
Right.
Or
Jordan has learned the or come across the like Debian just works, man.
No, I mean, I've always known that Debian works. It's just generally it was this weird situation where, like, in terms of software cadence, Debian was ahead this one time, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess we need this version, and instead of going and packaging, I'm just gonna base everything on Debian, and I'm like, is that going to be a problem? No, it's never going to be a problem because it's fucking Debian. It works.
Right. Why not Windows? Oh, it's pretty easy. The fiber optic cards that I have for the audio system that all these 5 computers are tied together, that Windows wouldn't recognize them. A and B, the system with NetJack wouldn't work under Windows anyway, so latency requirements are too tight for Windows. Wait, I'm sorry. Audio doesn't work under Linux. That SpongeBob thing. Something like that.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What are you saying?
I
Audio
don't
doesn't
know.
work under Linux.
That's
What?
Actually, wouldn't you even like just to get those Vite drivers? You probably have to pay for like enterprise Windows or something. Whatever.
I don't.
enterprise
I got
Windows
as
is
far
these
as to
days.
where I was digging around on like Mellanox's like driver pages. Like, I really don't fucking care enough. So I just went and got the Ethernet jack and plugged it into like the MikroTik and did it that way.
And no, you wouldn't be locked into enterprise Windows. You'd have to pay for an enterprise driver instead. Kind of like going with Quadro drivers versus regular NVIDIA GeForce drivers. So
I see.
I just
Why
put
is
the
Eve talking to me in this Metaball game? I hate this.
What?
It's one of those games that just doesn't give you a menu, it just puts you right in the game, like in training.
Oh no.
Oh fuck!
Shut up, Eve.
Really? I guess we're playing Stunt Rally then.
the thing with Stunt Derby is the controller doesn't work in all the menus. So,
Fun.
yeah, fun.
I mean, if
indeed.
everybody's sitting around not going through the tutorial for Metaball, which takes like 2 minutes, like, come on.
All right,
Okay,
it takes
I'll do
It takes 2 minutes. Okay, I don't know how long it takes. Sometimes.
Oh yes, it's fucking Assassin's Creed title drop 6 hours later. No, you're ready to play.
You never know. You never
Bit
fucking know.
changing
You
the
never
settings.
know. There might be a plot to Metaball. The meta plot.
Yeah, lower that master volume.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing that Stunt Derby seems to like doing is going to the default speakers versus the headphones after you set it.
I might need to lower my settings. I'm running at sub 30 FPS.
Oh noes.
Oh noes. Yes, here's how to jump. Double
I'm
jump.
waiting for it to
Wow.
load.
I'm playing a video game for the first time.
So do you
Let's
like
see,
it-
master
do you-
volume down to like 20%?
Let's go into settings. Let's go to camera. Let's go to controls. Let's go to graphics so I can get this thing in windowed mode. There we go.
Wow, you can jump and dash. This is a Clone of Celeste. This is legally actionable.
Okay, let me go over to after games. Let's have a look. See, where is our game? One cap X.
Okay.
Meatball. There we go.
Uh oh, does it not
God,
like
this
when
training robot that just really wants me.
Where is our box talk black magic? There we are. Hey,
start basic movement training? Sure.
Ooh, swing. But not that kind of swing.
then we got chat, which we can.
Okay, things are working. Move and catch the ball.
Let's check it out.
Alright.
We got to do the thing. Oh yeah, I got to arm the game audio.
I think I'm almost done
Let's
with the
have a listen.
tutorial.
Give me a second. Let's
Started as training.
Alright.
Just like you. And I am the one who trained you. Train hard with me, and you will become the best rider.
Oh, you cannot move in the air at all. That hoverboard is shit.
Yeah, no air. There's no air control. Just yeah.
So it should be easy.
And then I gotta jump
Head
and
to the
catch
finish
the
zone.
ball. Alright, and you can double jump and alright,
Yep.
dash. X for dash.
Can I please finish this tutorial?
No.
Back dash.
There, I hit one ball.
You are doing better.
I am wrecking balls.
Very good.
Alright. Wow, they really make you what?
This is your
Meatball Unity. Crash? What?
hoverboard.
Oh,
Oh, it crashed?
Dash
For me.
dash consumes nickel.
Oh my god, this is not ending. I mean, I kind of get it because like there is some more control.
You're about to go online and play with people. They're like, hey, you know,
Yeah, learn the rules of the fucking game. I get it, but like
Yeah. Because
There's
otherwise
a-
people get frustrated and then hate you anyway. So yeah, I don't want to.
you could also just like
Scroll
have
with
a
it
practice
down.
mode and let people fuck around and figure it out. But
Also, I mean, launch me into a menu. Don't put me right there. Come on.
whoa.
yeah, I do want to change it to like a windowed
Very good.
mode or
You
something.
will
Yeah,
serve a professional rider.
connecting to
I'm
server.
trying
I'm gonna have to cut the.
Tell
section.
you about Dash.
Okay, tell me about
Wait, do I have
dash.
to restart the tutorial? Oh my god.
Forward. Try to dash yourself.
Done.
Because it fucking crashed.
And now it's kind of like basketball, but I have a whip. I basically
Oh,
just
wait.
hold the ball as a whip.
Back dash. Try to use back dash.
I'm back dashing.
Yeah,
Apparently,
section left, kind of.
Perfect. Great.
wait. Why am I? Oh, why am I in French?
It's really great. There have been no
I don't think the audio sliders in the settings are doing anything, so manually it is.
Swing is a technique that
We're gonna be pros, man. This is gonna be our new. It's gonna be competitive.
There we go.
Our new default
Try to
game.
swing the ball back. And, oh, we can smack people with our ball.
Yeah, ball smacking. I have to listen to Lucy again. Okay. Okay.
Basically, eat like a
I whip my
discount
ball
E
back and forth.
quality.
I'm doing very well, everyone. I'll let you know.
Oh my god. I'm trying to do the bank shot now, and it's a little pay attention.
I'm
the-
just mad. I have to learn how to
Okay.
like move and jump again.
Yeah.
What am I supposed
And
to
it's
do?
like,
Okay. Have I finished it?
Release. Put the
Thank
ball
you,
in front of
Eve.
you and release it.
But seriously, this robot is like legally actionable. Like Pixar could sue.
You're feeling awfully suey this
And
afternoon,
Pixar
aren't you?
should sue because I think their movies are not doing very well. So
How do I
they're
release the
probably
ball?
low on money.
Oh, right button.
I don't know. I haven't
with their AI
I haven't seen a
opponents.
Pixar movie since, fuck, that's Up.
Oh, that's 2009. That's funny. I saw a movie,
When did WALL-E come out? Was Up or WALL-E?
2008. Oh wait, Up was 09.
Okay, so then Up.
But it's funny. I saw Elemental last week, and they had a short with the character from Up. That old guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, my old networking professor Ian Allison, who I swear to God looks exactly like the old man from Up, and it's funny because he's a drunken old man who talks about computer networks.
Okay. Okay, I finished the tutorial, so I can now go to the.
All right.
Like it puts you against AI, but you can just exit out of there. So now I'm in the menu, which is a lot like Fortnite, which it has because it has your character in the
You
front.
know what? They should sue.
So
Right?
you know,
Press the action key on the screen.
Damn, stole his line. So, what, accelerate?
Oh, it just straight up
Jump?
crashes whenever it hits backdash in the tutorial. Excellent. I can't fucking play this game.
oh man,
I think I maybe need to update my NVIDIA drivers or something. I don't know.
yeah, when the
Possibly.
backdash is doing some effect that you can't compile for some reason.
All right. Well, that sucks. You guys have fun though. I'll watch Ven smack people with his balls.
Do I have to keep playing or can I
Jordan
back
likes
out
to
now?
watch.
I
Oh,
think you
yeah.
need to finish the basic tutorial first.
I need to get into my Superman costume. Excuse me.
Okay, yeah, there's platform friends. Yeah, I can see I'm trying to see the friends. There's invite to party. No friends currently available for invitation. Wait, what?
No.
Did you have to
No
complete all the
friends.
dunks?
Yeah, I did the dunks, the bank shots, and there's a certain point where it pits you against the AI. At that point, you can just hit start and just get out of there. Put you back in the lobby.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, now I'm against the AI, so can we... Yep.
You're in you're in Deadmonton, right? Killer Otaku Robots.
Yeah, there should be a back to lobby button, Pedro.
Yes. Thank you very much for that.
The lobby. They finally free you.
So
Yes,
we
I'm
gotta
in
do
this
the.
locker
You've done
room
the bank shots too.
Alone.
Yes.
All right. Bonk. Bank.
Gave myself a pink.
Yeah, that counted.
Oh yeah. Bonk shot. Like
Just come on.
if you spike the ball and it goes up and down, maybe.
Oh, okay, so the max FPS is set to 60, but the game is not respecting that.
Okay.
Good.
Damn it.
Oh, you need to turn VSync off. That makes sense.
Oh, is that why this thing's running chuggy?
Probably.
Yeah, it ran a lot better when I turned it to uncapped frames and I took VSync
Oh my
off.
god.
I
I'm in
knocked
the
it down to
friends menu,
medium,
and there's a friend request tab, and it's in Chinese or Korean. Like it doesn't. They didn't even localize this
Okay,
section.
now that I'm against the AI, I can.
Yeah, just hit the plus button or the start button, and it just go to the lobby. They
Don't
need to
press-
localize their friend request menu. It's in Korean, I think.
Hey, at least motion blur is off by default. That's something.
I want to make a game that is just all motion blur and make Pedro play it.
Yeah.
Like somehow motion blur is like part of the gameplay.
Okay, Pedro.
I see.
They
my
really
friend
tried
request.
that with
Oh.
Senua's Sacrifice, and I went to the config files and I turned it off.
Pedro finds a way, man.
Pedro, did you get my friend request?
Hey, look, now it runs like 100 times better.
No. Where
Okay,
should where would I
in
see
the
it?
game.
Right.
Yes, I think in the game it would. Yeah, I added you to my friends list. Which, by the way, it does not render your T. It's a box.
No, it does not.
Good old unaccounted box.
Counted box ed 4. Yeah, if we
Alright.
can do this, I'm not even sure we can play
Friend
together.
requests. Yeah, no, that's in. Is that Chinese or Korean?
I think it's Korean.
I
Yeah,
can see
I know
something down the
that was-
side.
I'm playing
Accept.
Wrestle.
Oh,
Shut
you
up.
click on it and it goes to accept. There, I've accepted.
You gave yourself the bisexual eyebrow shave.
Is that
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you now as my meta ball friend. You're my meta ball friend.
You have a friend? Wow.
friend?
So
So
mine
let's
just
just
says
join your
me.
game.
How do I?
Plus.
You look like you're offline.
That's my default state.
Yeah, okay.
Can't change.
are you on
hair
point?
color?
Like, can I invite you to a party, Pedro? Or maybe we'll wait for Ven to invite you to a party, I guess.
I'm online now. Should be.
Mm,
Friends in the game now.
Yeah, Ven appears offline on Steam.
Watch game, community hub.
Yeah, it shows Venice.
Oh, I'm invisible.
Rohit
Hang on.
invited me to a party. Yes.
Okay.
There we
Join
go.
the
I
party,
invited you
Van.
to a party, Pedro, but you never showed up.
Ouch.
Was that party in
Ouch.
Canada, Jordan?
No, it was in the ocean.
That's not better.
It's halfway
Which
between you and
ocean?
me. The ocean.
It's the Pedro. It's the island with that crab from that crab game.
What, Elden Ring?
None of you are available for invitation because I guess you're in your own little party that you've invited me to. So we got a brilliant brain trust going on right now, don't we?
I guess
no,
it's only is it 3v3? Again, you gotta like find each other.
Are you two on a party?
yes.
Then I cannot invite you to a party, and you two are not inviting me to a party. Do you see the problem here?
Yeah, well, we
We
need to send
gotta
you a
leave the
friend
party.
request first.
Yeah, but for some reason Ven's not. Okay, yeah, Ven appears online.
I've
It's not
been
showing up
online.
my-
Billions
He's
of years.
online. Billions of years ago in the future.
The player with that metaball ID does not exist.
What
Yeah,
metabol are you?
Ven did not show up in my platform friends section.
No, he does not.
Yeah, I have. I
Do you
can see
need to restart
Jordan.
the
I can see.
game?
Yeah, maybe we'll just. But oh god, if I restart the game, I do not want to get back in that tutorial.
Tutorial?
For God's sakes.
Well, I remembered the screen position this time, so it's got that going for it. All right.
Time for jerking.
Seizures are bad, okay?
All right, yeah, I promised Pedro that I'd fap at him.
Okay.
Gotta do that now.
Nice.
Plus,
You're the one who left the voice message that just sounded like fapping. So
What's funny was I'm like, what was that even from? And I was checking my Discord messages while I was walking my dog, and she pulled me, and I must have fucking hit the record button. Because I'm like, there's a bird back there. I guess, yeah. There's like a tweeting noise or something. So yeah, no, you can't see my hands, which is quite auspicious for me, and unfortunate for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have concluded.
Well, I'm not seeing you guys.
yeah, maybe I'll
Okay,
quit. I'll do a test. I'll quit the game. Hopefully, it'll
cool.
not put me in the tutorial again.
What if you go to friend requests?
That's what we're looking for.
seen
We're
the
not
giant
showing up
email.
for
That is
each
just
other.
Like they have like their own friend system in the game, so I'm trying to. Yeah, like, I was able to add Pedro from my friend, my platform friends, from the Steam friends, but I can't find Ben in there. Yeah, so maybe I'll just restart the game.
Yeah, this looks absolutely
Oh.
bloody broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I sent a friend request to Jordan.
I can't get
Ben is
past.
not.
I can't play
laser-
it because
laser
it crashes
focus
midway
right
through
there.
the
Yeah,
tutorial.
the one person
Like,
not playing the
I
game.
wonder. See, I have the platform friends page, and I have other friends too from Steam, and so maybe it just won't go to the next page. It's only 1 out of 1 pages, and so they can't expand that page. So Ven would be in the next page, and I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm only seeing the one of one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is titled for Next Fest. Womp womp.
All right. I guess we're doing derby
Up
something.
next. Yeah, let's do the silly car game.
Stunt derby.
Stunt Derby.
Stunt derby.
It's a
Derby.
small game. I like that.
Derby, okay.
Oh,
That looks very simple.
Yeah, it launches
Let's see,
like
sound
really quickly. I
volume
do
down
like
to
that.
20%.
Oh wow, only 7 megabytes.
Where is it?
And I
What-
can't.
Stunt derby demo.
It looks like a Flash demo from.
Boop.
And
It
I
looks
can't-
like an Amiga game, actually. It looks like an Amiga
Who
game.
knows? That may have been their intention. Wow, the menu is very simple. It's totally.
Oh,
Nice Amiga game.
It's basically like debug graphics.
I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Le nice Amiga game.
There we go. Now I'm feeling
Amiga
it in my nipples.
game.
Amiga game.
Does it have control support? Yes, it does. Okay.
Sacre
It's been
green.
released.
Does it have Steam integration.
My Strider impression has degraded because I haven't talked to him in a while.
I let
Strider can be
Cars
rough
license
if he
plate
hasn't
says
English in a few
69.
months.
Well, for an Amiga
Actually,
game,
no, shit,
how
I
many
did actually
floppy
just talk to
disks
him.
would
Fuck,
this
I have no
take?
excuse then.
It
7
said
megabytes.
7,
That would be
so
At least it starts in a window. That's nice.
Yeah,
5
it
disks.
started on the
Yeah,
far
5.
left corner.
Yes, it did. It was way the fuck over there.
And
but
that monitor is disabled because it's showing the DAW. So I was like, move button, maybe?
maybe less if it was 2.88
Stunt.
megabyte format.
One of these says stunt. There it is. Look at you saying all stunt.
stunt your growth.
Nobody has.
Yeah, I
the
can't
Can't change the
servers.
color?
Can't change the resolution? All right.
Yeah, I
can
think it's just whatever
maximize
your
it.
screen is.
It just puts it in full screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a drag and drop resolution.
I'll just leave it at 720.
I
Let's
made my
see.
car number the sex number.
Oh, man. 32?
Yeah, it's so hot, man. Power
33?
2, man. 2 to the 5th, baby.
33 is a sexy number.
74,
It's like spooning.
75.
Host.
32.
I want to host.
Join. I want to join.
Host.
Server name. How do I?
Well, the sorry room.
Yeah, that's a server.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Sorry,
But
room.
Shadow.
The sorry room. It's a very Canadian server.
The sorry room.
Oh, you haven't been around a lot, Beastwick. He talks quite a bit. Rohit, what's your hot take of the week? What's
Do I
the
talk that
Ro
much?
hot
Wait.
take?
Is someone talking shit about me?
No,
Beastwick?
they're just saying they're just saying they never heard you
Yeah, I had
talk.
to be-
So give
I had to
them
be
something to talk about.
My hot talk of the week. I saw Elemental, and that was a Pixar movie last Tuesday. It was pretty good. It bombed in the box office, but it was pretty good. I like that movie.
Okay, I got this thing to use password. What is Stunt Derby server? Is 64 just...
That's the amount of
This is the
players.
maximum number of players.
It's
Yeah.
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 All right.
Loaded
So
from
we got
Xbox.
that, and it
What's
won't
the
let me...
server name?
I don't know. I don't have a box where I can do that.
Right above the number 8.
It says
Just
Stunt
click on
Derby
it.
server. Yeah.
Right above the number 8.
Like where it says Stunt Derby server, that's a text field. You can just edit that.
Oh, jeez. All right.
They gotta make that better.
Well, I'm working in a 720p window on top of this. That's my only excuse.
Yeah.
All right. Does this thing have any game audio?
It doesn't
Yes.
sound like it.
Yes,
it
it
had an
does.
option
Menu's
in
quiet.
the menu, but
You'll hear it when you get into the game.
Let's generate a track.
Generati.
Give me an automatic
Well,
You
the
filthy
controller
American.
works.
and a van.
I am a real American. I drive a real wiggly van.
Oh, here it is.
LinuxGameCast. The password is obviously the password.
Oh, what's up?
Nah. Back up. Back up.
what you
This
gonna
thing pings
do
server
now?
So slowly.
I'm gonna yeah sure I'll do an automatic.
I'm 41.
I'll be the executive. My license plate is burning.
Back up. Back up. Person going forward. Back the fuck up.
All right, I'm backing.
Don't run in. God damn it.
This is so terrible.
Why is it always like
What the hell?
instant
There's no
27
brakes.
points of IQ lost every time we do multiplayer or anything?
Oh wow, that's
No
really
brakes.
loud. I thought I
Ow,
lowered.
And somebody's just tearing off in their van because fuck everybody else. Got it.
That's me. Okay, sorry. Who am I next to? Who's 96?
Come on, everybody get behind the start line so we can have something resembling a competition.
Take a look at the license plate.
Or I'm going to find
It
out where the
tells you
kick
who it
button is.
Man,
All right.
yeah. But I mean, it's kind of hard to see the license plate sometimes.
All right,
Yeah,
in 3, 2, 1, beep.
What? I wasn't even lined up.
Oh, you didn't have time. My bad.
Man, the fucking...
Don't run me off the road. Mirror. How dare you? How dare you?
Smash.
Oh, I didn't make it.
Oh god.
Terrible.
Well, that's a checkpoint.
Oh
miss.
man, physics. Can I get back up on the thing? Okay, cool. Can I back up?
Oh, okay.
I'm
so
upside
the barn,
down.
The
What do I
barn
do?
is.
I think
It's
I'm
physically-
stuck.
Yeah, I'm just upside down.
All right. I'm back
Someone's
on the
upside
track.
down.
That's me.
back
Can
on
somebody,
track.
somebody come
Barn.
flip me over?
How do I reset?
I don't think they built that into the game yet.
I'll hit
Isn't
this
it in
guy.
the pause menu? No, that's just reset controller.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to jump. Oh my god, I did it.
I'm sorry, these guys who are upside down. I don't think I'm strong enough to hit
Bye,
you.
Alan.
Side.
Oh, why? Why?
Let's see if I can come
Rage
back.
quit.
Why flips you over on the controller?
Oh, why? Right, okay.
But why?
No, more like, why am I upside down? Why? Why am I playing this game?
Well, the controls are ass,
There we go.
but I guess.
They. Game
Well, are
pad
you
is-
explain to me how these aren't ass controls, Patrick?
No,
Atomic
no,
clearly didn't do anything about it.
Oh, now I'm stuck again.
Holy crap! I made the jump. Let's see it.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm seeing pop in, believe it or not.
Oh, hold
Oh, yeah,
delete
the-
to reset car. Okay.
Oh my god, I completed a lap.
I might have enough speed to get over this jump. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Ah.
Yeah, no, the camera needs to loosen up a little bit. It's too
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Tight.
a little bit.
on the butt.
Okay, let's try a different map.
Oh, I gotta do this jump though. I'm gonna make it. Oh my
Admin.
god. All right.
Let's try Danny Hills.
Wait, hold on. Are there like straight up Counter Strike maps? Is there like DE Dust? There's CS Jump, CS
CS
Wheels.
jump, yeah.
I think the devs were inspired by Counter-Strike a little bit.
This truly,
not in the
this
good
truly is the Counter Strike of racing games. In that I'm bad at it.
I'll switch to my actual car that I drive, an executive.
I'm trying out the van now, because I live in a van down by the river. Kill death
Hey,
ratio.
Is that you?
It works with the PlayStation 4 controller.
5, 4. Oh man, I'm in a hot hatch. Watch out, nerds. Let's go.
Okay, so this is actually time, not freeform. So, I think.
Thanks for keeping me in my lane.
Goodbye.
Alan, we're hugging.
I am speed.
I love you, Alan.
Oh no.
Me and Daddy are hugging. Timmy.
I might be up a little upside down nuts.
I love you, Alan. Why won't you accept my love?
Oh, no! Ah! I spun out.
Who's in front of me? Is that you, Pedro? You're the only
Yeah.
other person I know. that goes
I'm
on
too
the
good for you, Alan. We're done. I dumped you.
Dodge, 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 dodge,
Whoa.
dodge, dodge, dodge. Yes.
Someone do a
dodge the
pit
tires.
maneuver on me.
Man, somebody's trying to fucking take my ass out.
A
I see. Yeah, I know, right? A little bit understeer.
little bit. And then it oversteers out of the blue.
Yeah, is that a
Yeah,
ramp?
this is physics-based racing at its finest.
Oh, this is hyper realistic. Later, Pedro.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, it's a
I-
loop-de-loop.
I get to be the first to crash on this.
Alan.
Yes.
I don't
physics.
think I have
no.
enough speed.
Yes, physics.
Oh, loop.
Oh.
I'm having
Power
just
slide.
as much fun as Trackmania.
Okay, I made it past the loop.
Speed.
I had just enough speed to make it past the loop.
Sweet.
fourth
Oh my
gear.
god. Wait, is gravity working? I don't know.
I'm going 80 somethings.
Oh, no!
Where?
No, this.
Alright.
Oh,
The handling is so
Okay.
terrible.
I got this.
Okay,
Back on the road.
the handling is worse than GTA 4, and that's saying something.
You mean
Actually,
GTA 4, the game where the cars pivot in the center?
Bye.
Thank you.
They don't
you ever-
actually
have
turn.
So there is a fantastic mod for GTA 4 that just turns off like the acceleration limit, and so things accelerate infinitely. And so
I
you
remember
go outside
pinball mode.
and everything is exploding because
Got to
the
lap
cars are
2.
going at light speed, and it's the funniest shit ever.
Yum.
I
Yeah,
remember pinball mode in GTA 4, which is whenever you hit something, it caused your thing to accelerate. So you would just go
Hey, I did a grind.
flying.
This is just like that skateboarding game.
Dave Mears Pro Skater, right?
Yes, Dave Mirror's Pro Skater.
Dave Mira's Pro Freestyle Doom. Or Ziggurat. Yeah, that was that game. Okay, I finished a lap. Great.
Hey, there we go.
I did it.
Don't get the wiggles. Don't get the wiggles.
So who's in first place then?
Doesn't
Right
matter.
now, I am, but Ven's right behind me.
Damn
Dun,
it.
dun, 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 dun,
Who's
dun.
in third?
I'm in third place.
I'm in last.
I'm in third place.
No, I'm in last.
Okay.
How the hell are you in last? You're ahead of
He's
me.
behind you. That's how.
Yeah, that's how.
Well, he lapped you then.
Jordan, I think you missed a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I'm rolling multiple times here. Please get back.
I guess it counts those things. It doesn't really
Yeah,
like
you gotta go
communicate
between
to
the
you
things.
at any
It's
point.
up in the upper corner, left corner.
Yeah, that's very obvious. Thank you. When you're fucking whipping
Yes.
around.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
I think that's what
I have a
the
chance to
arrow
overtake
at the
that.
top of the
That sounded like a.
screen is
Yeah.
pointing out as the
Oh
next
yeah,
checkpoint.
yep.
That's
Get
a
wrecked.
checkpoint,
Get
yeah.
wrecked, Mateus.
Okay, that's
Skill.
nice.
Skill driver.
Again, a nice little piece of text saying, "Hey, that's how this works." I don't
There
fucking
we
know.
go.
Normally, racing games will say like, "Hey, you missed the checkpoint."
It goes
It's still a
red when
demo.
you miss one.
Yeah. Most demos do that too. Just saying. All right, loop de
Lap
loop,
3.
loop de poop.
Okay.
I hit that ramp at an angle, but I
I'm
don't
of the
care. Let's
opinion
go.
that the automatics.
No.
Who the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Probably Pedro.
You read
Hey, got
Van
past
I'm in
the
third
one
place and
dude.
you're way ahead of me.
Nope.
Vince found the workaround.
All
Oh,
right,
no,
fuck
he
this
didn't.
game,
He's
I'm
going
done.
back. Never mind.
Jordan's out.
I'm out. I'm stuck behind a ramp. There's no way I'm recovering from that.
Okay, yeah. Apparently you can. There is a way to reset without disconnecting. If you have to hold down delete on the keyboard.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah.
Well,
Makes sense,
isn't that
right?
the Trackmania to restart?
That would require you to use the keyword for Trackmania, which would be wrong.
Which is what I do.
What? I'm so confused. Where in the menu am I
Hey,
now?
an account wins.
On account.
An account wins.
All because
So it won't even bother to
bitch
render.
ass red van was sitting facing the wrong way. This is too real.
Here comes Vin.
I will finish this.
Finish the fight.
Okay,
I'll eventually make it.
so under the slim chance that we ever revisit this game, manual gearbox it is. This automatic sucks.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Dear God.
So let's see who's coming across the
In what
line.
direction?
Cause we're going
Who's that?
in the same direction.
All right, go ahead.
Third place, baby. I get to be on the little stand.
Thirth.
Thirth.
Third. I'm gonna hit you.
I'm coming.
Thirkins.
Great,
Oh.
you broke the game. You crashed the server.
I think it's moving on to the next track.
No way to hell.
I'm out of
This is
hell.
going to
No.
be interesting. If I remember correctly, X.
Is there like a fake track in the middle there, or?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or do you have to go there at some
Reddit.
point?
Has this like gone full Trackmania?
We're about to find out.
Well, Pedro, let's do the thing.
I'm right behind you.
Who's to the right of me? Who's in the green car that I'm hitting?
I mean,
Rohit.
that's me. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'm reading the license plate because I'm right behind you,
You guys
guys.
have fun.
Oh,
goddamn.
no! Let me
The
off the
Fast and the
roof.
Furious
I
movies
mean,
have taught me
oops.
anything.
I'm
you just
sorry,
need
you
more
guys.
family.
Yes,
More family.
equals better life.
Oh, assist me, Dom. Okay, I guess we just go through the
Okay.
fucking barn.
More
Yeah,
of my
we
hot
do.
takes.
Okay.
I think
That'll
we'll-
do it.
That would have
People-
been hilarious if you just like exploded.
We're trying to fucking run my tail out.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Damn it. I'm in
There's a
last
very
place.
sharp turn.
I helped you. I gave you some extra speed to make it grip better.
Uh-huh.
Where'd it go? This way?
Oh no! Oh,
I guess this is the fake track.
Let's go.
Yeah,
there a checkpoint over
it's
here?
a fake
and this.
Yeah.
All right, gotta get up. Gotta get back up. Make it through that checkpoint on the hill.
Follow the arrow.
There we go.
Bullshit ass checkpoints. Punk ass.
Is it supposed to
Thank
be like
you,
a
Red
figure
Van of
eight?
Acceleration, for smashing into me.
That's the new magic item in my D&D game. It's the van of acceleration. it's just a fucking turbocharged Dodge minivan.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, this is a short track then. It just gets a little fucky with the very, very tight corner with the wrong camber.
I want a handbrake. I'm scared to find it if there is one.
It's
X.
the.
Let me know
L2
what it is
trigger.
on L2 trigger.
L2 is just reverse.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it's like A on the Xbox controller, I think.
I'm scared to press it.
Especially now that you're in the lead, it's like, no, can't slow down.
I'm in second, man.
Oh, I guess you are. You're number one in my heart.
No. No.
Why am I donut?
Whee!
No, don't go down the
Do a
hill.
barrel roll.
Don't go down the big hill. Go this way. Okay.
Has anyone made like it's like Super Monkey Ball Racing where you're just in a giant hamster wheel and you gotta race other people?
Oh, that'd be kind of dope.
I think that's one of the game modes in one of the hamster balls or monkey ball games.
Are we just
I don't
not turning out
remember
of
which.
spite? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it would be something they'd include in like Super Monkey Ball or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But like you're bouncy too, so you can get like knocked. And...
Okay, that's.
Now I'm thinking
Whee!
of something
Sick
with like
jumps.
modifiers. Like the extra bounce on the ball.
No, you're just a cube like in fucking Rocket League.
Just when I get to the second lap.
Rocket
Okay.
Cube.
Rocket Cube, it doesn't make sense. Why would it? Extra bouncy cube. Oh man, bouncy
Okay,
cube
I
and
forgot
drop shot
about the
was
very tight
worst.
turn again. No.
I'm learning world physics. You better watch out.
I just need to get the checkpoint and then we'll be good. There
I
we
just
go.
really wish I could downshift right now, but it's not to
You
be.
can X on the Xbox controller. It's the X button or square on the PlayStation
left
controller.
button.
Yes, the left of the face buttons.
Yeah. Y button on Nintendo controllers.
Yes.
Somebody's got a body of.
Someone's taking a nap.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta do that. You just gotta pull over to the side of the road.
Yeah, just rest.
sleep.
You know, don't drive angry.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive tired.
Yeah, an account wins.
Okay, you win. Please, let's get off this
It's
map.
Anakun.
Jordan, don't get me You'll get banned here.
What? You're like...
What?
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 I'm just joking. Uncoolly. Sorry.
At least it still shows the O. That's all I'm saying.
As long as I stay on the track.
Bumper cars.
Oh man, VR bumper cars could be fun because it's a way to fucking do that and not get whiplash.
Yeah, man, we're really pushing the Super FX chip to its limit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, thank God it's over.
All right.
There's another track.
Yeah, you could probably get away with this, just probably not at like 720p 60 or 1080p 60 on the Amiga.
You can resize the window.
Do like 240p
Nope.
postage stamp.
All right, beautiful people. We've done our time. We attempted to play 2 games.
Yes.
Yeah. We
One film.
successfully
User crime.
played one. It wasn't
Yes.
very good, but we
No.
successfully played one.
We went through the tutorial of one.
We do the one thing that we can do in the Linux Gamecast after shows, and is confuse the fuck out of a game developer.
Yes.
Like, why did 6
What are-
people just randomly play my game for what? What happened?
Yeah.
What are
Tell
they
me.
talking about?
It's its own thing. All right, Twitch, have fun. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be back Tuesday with some actual Trek Mania, 14 new tracks. It'll be at 5 p.m. It's on schedule. Put 2 and 13 together if you want to come hang out with us. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not going to explain it to you, but if you can figure it out, come say hi. Come participate. Till then, we're going to pop off into Discord, say our goodbyes, our hellos, our sideways, our ups, and our downs.
Fuck.
And Pedro's going to get it. Pedro's going to get wrecked.
Yes,
Riggedy-
Mr. Lord's
riggedy
wrecking me.
All the wrecked. Massive wreck. Good night, Twitch.
Bye.
Bye.
What is this?
Mayo button.
Mayo button.
It's like muffin button, but worse.
Ew. Just shoots mayo back at you.
Yeah. Sprays you with mayonnaise.